Okay, let's get Twitch app working. Tis working. Hope I can see chat on my screen. If I have to, I'll just lean forward. Okay, so in about 2 minutes, we will start playing the intro. So that way, by about 4:30, intro will be over, and we'll be getting started. And I should be able to... Well, I can see some of my notes like this. Hope I don't forget anything. It's going to be hell and a half going back and finding everything if I do. Leave that just like that. And then, in a minute, we'll switch it over. Okay, 4:29. Here goes nothing. I hope it's more than nothing, but you know what I mean. Okay, it's showing up. Good. Mega Man X, Episode 6. 3 weeks ago, the space colony Eurasia was taken over by Sigma. Man, that happened more than 3 weeks ago. Sigma hired a mysterious Reploid, Dynamo. Dynamo led the Eurasia into orbit toward the Earth, thus beginning the tragic Earth crisis. Maverick Hunter Zero, taking the Earth's destiny into his own hands, one Reploid made a crash attack against the furious space colony. It was a successful attack, and the space colony was destroyed. But, although the Earth was saved, the huge explosion seriously damaged it. As for the battle against Sigma, well, about that. X and Zero defeated Sigma and narrowly escaped with their lives. However, only one would return from the battle. A blue light, X, still gripping a familiar saber in his hand. 3 weeks later, at present, there is so much pollution on the ruined Earth from the explosion that the Reploids can barely work. And a man is... doing lens flare memes in my not Final Fantasy XIV playthrough. I can never escape from these things, can I? Well, it's a good thing not all of that happened. We didn't have to resort to the space shuttle back in X5, but the Earth is still damaged, so our work is not yet done, as much as the internet may wish that it was done. We got more to do. How you doing, everybody? My name is Monochromium, and this is my continuation of the Mega Man X series. Today we're going to be playing Mega Man X6. Oh boy. This game is infamous for its brutal, I guess, difficulty. It doesn't pull any punches in terms of its stage design. It does pull punches in terms of its boss design, but good luck getting to some of the bosses without dying multiple times, because the stages are kind of crazy. They're easily the hardest part of the whole game. And I'm going to be playing it on Extreme mode, because I'm a masochist. I mean, that seems like enough of an excuse, right? Anyway, let me set up my buttons real quick. How do I normally have these again? This is L1. This is R1? This is triangle. Yeah, that looks right. And we're going to be turning the demo voices off, because I will just voice the characters as I have done previously. I'll have to remember what a certain old villain's voice sounds like, but I'll do the best I can. Okay, everything's all set up. Let's go. As much as I don't want to. No, it's really not that bad. I'm playing it up. I actually don't mind this game as much as the rest of the internet does, personally. It's like a guilty pleasure for me, I guess, so... maybe that means there's something wrong with me. Probably, but, you know. Anyway, let's get started. What happened? I heard they avoided the collision. But they might as well have failed. And for this, we should be thankful? This is not all. Something else is going to happen. I feel uneasy. What is this? This is... debris, but what from? Was there any violent battle here? I wonder how many people and Reploids were sacrificed. Wait. This is... Oh boy. 1 week later... Yeah, I had a feeling. It's finally done! I'm going mad, and it is so liberating! I'm not going to change the lines. I'm going to read them exactly as they are, so when they use English and stupid stuff in here, that's what we're going to hear. No, the plan has only just begun. I'm going to bring all low-grade Reploids into submission. Those too simple to understand my work. I'll build an ideal world only for Reploids. A wonderful world where I control everything! That guy seems kind of off his rocker. We should probably do something about him. X. Wake up, X. Now, you're the only one. There is no one else is left to fight. Get up now. X! X! A giant maverick is acting up. Wake up! I'll send the detailed info later. You rush to the scene. Oh, well, okay then. Yeah, the stuttering is back from X5. Again, there's not much I can do about it. I apologize. I'll try to fix it in such a way that it doesn't stutter all the way through the end credits. Yeah, but there's only so much I can do. Most of the mechanoloids became mavericks. It's been a long time. Stay alert, X. I'll be fine since I have the armor and saber. Since I fixed the Falcon armor very quickly, the dash function is incomplete. Alright. Anyway, I will stop the mechanoloids. Okay, go to the entrance of the ruins ahead. One thing that X6 does right out of the gate, by the way, is that Alia's tutorial talks are now skippable, as you will see in a few moments. Once this guy stops messing me up. But yeah, you can't fly like you did previously with the Falcon armor now. I was thinking about taking the ultimate armor into this, but I said, it's fine. I'm actually going to adjust my volume slightly. There we go. It's ringing in my ears a little too crazy there. But yeah, so those messages down there are Alia telling you, this is how you play the game. I'm not going to worry about those for the most part, because I really don't need them all that badly. I should be fine. You know, other than my sanity, that's going to be gone in about 2 seconds. It's going to come back this way, isn't it? Yep. Let's go before it runs after me. this before? Yep, cool. I used to be able to get under this drill before it hits the first time, but I never can really do it for some reason on the emulator. Maybe it's because it's playing at 60 FPS and so the animation goes off quicker. I don't know. Thankfully, not very many things hurt you very much in this first stage. That is due to change very shortly, so don't get used to it. Yeah, just trying to be fancy, didn't work. Oh god. Excuse me, pardon me. What do we got here? There you are. Are you alright? Beyond here is a giant mechanaloid. Why are they calling them mechanaloids now? Is that like a different form of Reploid or something? It suddenly activated due to a radio wave problem. We were afraid, and we got hurt. I'll take care of this. Return to the hunter base now. Alright. It acts like it's possessed. Be careful. That's because it is possessed by its control module, but we'll get to that in a moment when I show you how to beat this big ol' mechanaloid dude. He's pretty easy, but, well, we'll see in a moment just how easy. Big old junk bot. He appears to be missing an arm, but yeah, that big eyeball over there, that's his control module. So, just go up to him, bust it up with the Z-Saber. You can even dash through this guy too, so it's really just like, you gotta wait for him to stop flashing, but once he stops flashing, you can just pop the thing again, and 4 hits and he's done, so... This is not going to take very long. Okay, and that's stage 1. Hope they're all this easy. Cole's laughing at me in the background. He knows what I'm in for. What the? I thought you were dead. Remember that the intro said they escaped with their lives, though. It's important to remember that, because in a little while they will do something that might otherwise retcon something, so just keep that in mind. 0? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Alia. I don't get it either.
Ladies and gents, you'll be hearing my voice again in actual stream instead of me screaming across the room in exactly 8 to 10 months.
Wah, wah. I knew 0 was doing this. Who are you? Hi, Max. I am called. I'm investigating the 0 Nightmare. What? Did you say the 0 Nightmare? What are you trying to do? What is your connection to the 0 Nightmare? What about 0? You are behind this. You are dangerous. I'll dispose of you. I don't know about that. Whoa. I mean, if he keeps doing that, then he might just dispose of me. Ah, great. My shots are bouncing off of him. Let's try the Z-Saber then. Get down here. Okay, that didn't work either. Wow. So if he's immune to the Buster, and he's immune to the Z-Saber, how do I kill? Maverick Hunter. Not amazing. We will destroy the 0 Nightmare. You are not wanted here. Keep out. What a jerk. I could not inflict any damage on him. Hi, Max. The 0 Nightmare. Did I dream about 0? What is happening? X, I can tell you what's happening, but, well, it doesn't matter if I spoil the story, because, frankly, story in this game is, That's a nice way of putting it, Cole. Hot garbage.
Hot garbage is a nice way of putting it.
But it's, like I said, game's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me, so yeah, well, you know. Anyway, let's save our game. I've done 2 test runs of this game, and you'll see exactly why those are in a little while, but we want to keep this data too, because that is actually important for something. I'll worry about that later, though. So let's save right over this one. There we go. And continue. I think we have about 10 minutes worth of cutscenes about to happen because of my voice acting that's going on, so hope you brought popcorn. Attention all Reploids on Earth! As you all know, these are chaotic, disturbing times. The Nightmare is upon us. Nightmare all caps. I don't even know how he would enunciate that. It shows... Yeah, pretty much. It shows Reploid's a kind of dream for human beings. No, it's a nightmare. The nightmare makes Reploids confused. That's also a nice way of putting it. In the worst case, in all cases, they may malfunction or delete themselves. Due to the space colony incident, there are few Reploids or humans are left on the Earth. We won't accept sacrifice anymore. This would bring us to the Earth crisis. Taking the matter seriously, we have sent investigators to the 8 suspected areas to uncover the mystery of this nightmare phenomena. It's said that the nightmare phenomena are caused by a ghost of Zero. That's the stupidest, least scientific thing I've ever heard. Known as an ace maverick hunter. What? What are you talking about? Wait, X, let him finish his story. Now, I'd like to call on volunteers. Unite with us and help our cause. Work for these 8 Wait, you just said you're investigating the nightmare in 8 areas. There are 8 investigators going in. So anyone that goes in with you is going to get mavericked, so why would they ever do that? Our goal is to wipe out the nightmare. And to delete the Zero's ghost. Come together for our future. It's General all over again. This High Max will lead the mission. We guarantee your safety if you join us. You sure you can hold up that guarantee? Both Maverick Hunters and Reploids now suffer. Let's preserve our future together! We're waiting for you, everyone! How dare! He talks about Zero that way. Zero gave his life to save us. It can't be helped now. Actually, we saw the nightmare too, shaped as Zero. So we also need to investigate what the nightmare is. For now, leave Isaac and High Max alone. Well, yeah, we can't damage him anyway, so... I wonder what are these suspected areas he mentioned. I mean, isn't it obvious, X? Can you find out, Aelia? No, due to a strong jamming. I can't look into it from here. So I've got to go in there blind. Maybe I'll be able to feel the nightmare directly. I mean, I guess since it is sort of like Zero. Besides, I'm suspicious of the investigators. The nightmare. The mission is risky. But we must minimize the damage by uncovering and defeating it. As Isaac said, we cannot allow any more Reploids to be lost. So, we have similar goals, just not exactly doing them at the same time or pace. X, return to the Hunter base now. Roger, I'll be back right away. And still more talking. We are now beginning our mission to check the 8 areas that Isaac had sent investigators to investigate the nightmare phenomena. It's phenomenon, guys, if you're not referring to them in the plural sense. Just a thought. But if I correct grammar all day, we'll be here for the next 3 weeks, so let's keep going. But considering the situations of the Maverick Hunters, you are the only hunter who could accomplish these difficult missions. As we've lost Zero, you are our only hope. Can you do it, X? I'll do it. I've just obtained the report on the nightmare areas and the investigators sent to the areas. However, the details of the situations in the areas are still unknown, due to bad radar transmission. Yeah, that pollution's not helping us one bit. Also, in case any changes occur in the nightmare area, I'll show you by a red signal. If you can't sense into the area with radio, then how do you know there's a change? These are the questions I will... Yeah, I know, Cole. These are the questions I won't get answers to. It is difficult to predict what the changes are, though. That's okay. I'll know when I get there. I will discover what the nightmares are and what Isaac's intentions are. That's not how you spell intentions. Don't push yourself too hard, X. Remember, you are our only hope. Roger. X. What is it, Aelia? Nothing. Just be careful. Some Reploids may accept what Isaac says is true and come to the nightmare areas. If you find them, secure them, and then send them to the Hunter base. The Reploids you have rescued can be surveyed here by pressing the R1 button. What's the R1 button exactly, Cygnus? That's only something that I as the player would know.
And if you obtain any items, I'll process them into parts you can use. You can equip the parts with the L1 button. Good luck, X.
Or that's not Douglas, that's Cygnus. Good luck, X. Haven't entered Twitch in ages. Hey Garrick, how's it going? We have moved on from the game that I was playing forever and ever and ever, so with every game we play, we get one step closer to Gothic 2, my friend. Like I said, there will be changes to the stream suggestions schedule, which will make Gothic 2 come up a little bit faster. You don't have long to wait now. I mean, it's still in the figure of months, but it's not as long as it was. So just so that you're aware how that all goes. Also waiting for Metal Gear. Yeah, that's coming up pretty quick, too. Once this is over, I've got spring cleaning to do on the channel, and one of the spring cleaning playthroughs I'm going to do is a one-shot stream of me playing Metal Gear Rising on Revengeance difficulty, doing the bosses. So that will be next week? I think next week, actually. So, yeah, don't have long to wait for that either. Anyway, so this is the stage select screen, just like every other Mega Man X game. And, well, like Alias said, when there's a nightmare effect on the stage, it will be, generally speaking, marked with a red aura. I say generally speaking because sometimes they're not marked with a red aura and there's still a nightmare effect in the stage. I don't know how you say that in your tutorial and mess that up, but I'm questioning things that, again, I'll never have the answer to, so we're just gonna keep going here. What do I have in my notes for the first stage? Shield Sheldon, alright. Oh yeah, and the, Cole says, what do I have in my notes for this game? I just look and it's good luck, all caps. He's not wrong. I have very detailed notes on this game in terms of where all of the parts and stuff are, because you need a ton of parts in order to do this effectively and efficiently on Extreme mode, so. And here's where you see the Reploids that you can rescue, so we'll get them, most of them anyway, later. Mega Man X6, it's so extreme, the stream was ranked to adult content. Yes, exactly, Rockin' Fun. There's going to be so much carnage that the stream needed to be rated for adult content in order for it to go, so. Holy shit, it's been a while. It has, Rockin' Fun, yeah, it has. It's been a little while, but that's okay. I appreciate you coming around to check out me flailing my arms at Mega Man X6. I'm doing good. How's it going for you? How's stream going so far? Pretty good so far, Conker, but we've only gotten through the intro stage, and it is bound to get a lot worse in about 3 seconds when we go into the stage, so, yeah. So, hello, Conker, how you doing? Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Anyway, first stage we're going to is the Laser Institute, so we're going to go there, and, yeah, all we've got is regular X, which I can't really use, and the Falcon armor. I could use regular armor X, but it's just, no, thank you. I would rather not, thank you very much. I still can play as regular Armor X, but it takes intense concentration on Extreme mode to do that, and I would not be commentating much at all if that was the case. So I'm just going to save you guys the trouble. I was thinking about taking the Ultimate Armor into this game, which you can get in this game with a cheat code, but I said, he wore it into the final battle last time, he probably lost it, so let's just go with the Falcon Armor. It's good enough for what I need it for. So here is our first Maverick that we'll be taking on. I can appreciate the motif that he's got going on there, but, well, he might be a little difficult. Him being Shield Sheldon.
An asshole.
Only somewhat. There's a reason why he's the first Maverick I'm taking on. Then again, most people take on, like, Commander Yamark first, because Commander Yamark is really bad, but... Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a specific reason, and I'll talk about it later. So this is one of the Reploids that they were talking about, where you're supposed to rescue them when you go into the stage. I will not rescue this one, for a very specific reason that we will get into in a little while, but suffice to say, remember how you shared parts in Mega Man X5 between X and Zero? Well, that's back in this game, so, oh god. Well, that was embarrassing. It's about time we got one of those deaths. Anyway, the big DNA-looking dude at the top there was a nightmare virus. They are the worst enemy in this game, and they are everywhere. So get used to seeing them, because things will get real with them. Because even though I'm fighting and defeating them fairly easily, don't let that fool you. They suck. Oh god. I missed the platform. Invisible platforms suck. Get used to this, by the way. I shouldn't be dying as much, but this will probably happen more than a few dozen times, so... Doing good, just finished mopping the house. We'll be going to see Detective Pikachu with your bro, his wife, little sis, and her friend later, so probably leave in like an hour or so. Okay, Conker, sounds good. I have not seen Detective Pikachu yet, so I will not be able to chat with you about it, but I'm sure it's a good movie. It seems like it was pretty good from what I've seen of the trailers, so... Been working quite a while avoiding those sweet heavenward spoilers, so yeah, long time no see, glad you're on X6. Yeah, it took a long time to get to X6 because I think I made a mistake in playing X5 immediately at the end of A Realm Reborn stuff. Excuse me, because I did like 30 streams or something, or no, 25 streams, then I played X4, then I did like 25 more streams, played X5, and then I did almost 40 streams, and now I'm playing X6, so it's like a really big, really big gap. Just like the gaps in the platforms here. That I keep dying to. You'd think with the Falcon armor that wouldn't happen, but, you know. Anyway, let's just get rid of that guy. The thing about the Nightmare viruses is that if you don't grab that blue ball that they give you there, they will reappear, and, well, then you're up Shit's Creek without a paddle, so let's just not. These lasers will hurt you if you touch the edge of them, so don't touch the edge of them, but yeah, you can go through them normally, so... Oh, thank you. Ha! Oh, just like that. And like that. But the basic gimmick here is that these lasers are used for a puzzle, and you have to unlock doors with them, so let's try to do that. Well, you can still blast through these guys' shields just fine like you used to, so don't worry too much about that, just like that. There we go. Puzzle solved. At least for the Maverick himself, it's really easy to solve the puzzle, but for the alternate stage part, not so much, so... Need to see that movie one of these days. Yeah, me too, man. I gotta see it one of these days, too. I might wait till it's not in the theaters. I usually don't go see movies in the theaters, because I like making stupid comments, and people in the theaters don't appreciate that, so...
I offered to let him go see it at the end of the day one. I would have paid for his ticket, but no!
I don't even know if you guys can hear what Cole's saying in the background. Probably vaguely. Anyway, we're already at the Maverick in this first stage. Don't get used to that, either. Stage is not normally this easy, and the Maverick is hard to make up for it. Mostly because of the fact that we're kind of crap right now. Shield Sheldon, I thought it was you. Sure. I'm very sorry about the case. If only I could have been there in time. Don't be. I couldn't fulfill my role as a bodyguard, that's all. You had been protecting the professor. When the professor became a Maverick, let's tell the story instead of showing it. There was no other way. Our officers misinterpreted your action, and you were hunted as a Maverick. And then you retired yourself. That was so unfortunate. I couldn't prevent the professor from becoming a Maverick. I failed to protect him. But I'm going to fulfill the duty as a bodyguard now. He gave me a second chance. I'll protect him, even though I may have to sacrifice my life for it. Come on, X. I don't know why he has like a Brooklyn accent. Oh, that's a good question. I don't really know. Wow. I'm really bad at avoiding these, by the way, so... Yeah, it's like Cole said, get used to that. So we're probably going to die a few times here, because I suck at this. So... Oh god, I missed. Would have been nice to have that damage, because now he's going to do this, and well... this sucks. You can get around it by doing this, but it's harder than it looks, trust me. I'm just gonna get a little damage off on him. Oh god, not this. Wow! Good lord, man. See, now he throws all caution to the wind and completely stops doing his little throw thing. I'm just gonna not shoot here because I could have right there. Maybe if he does that again, I will, but if you shoot the shells, they will shoot a projectile at you, which is difficult to avoid, so. But you have to get on the wall here in order to dash underneath him there, or else you're gonna get screwed, so. Oh god. Here we go. Nice. Got him first try. Didn't expect that. That's the professional way of taking out Shield Sheldon. Shield Sheldon. I've died a lot of times doing that fight, but apparently we got him on the first shot, so that's not bad. He's usually pretty difficult, especially on extreme mode when you have no hearts, but got him. Sweet! Mission accomplished. Shield Sheldon's stage music sounds like Christmas music to you. It kind of does now that you mention it, Beanwagon. It really does. That would be an interesting thing. I've heard an Aka remix, an overclocked remix of Fisherman's Horizon from Final Fantasy VIII as Christmas music, but I've never heard a Shield Sheldon Christmas music rendition. Maybe I need to get on that. Also, hello, Beanwagon. How you doing? Same here. I'd rather watch the movies at home or something, but Sis and Bro were like, yeah, let's go together. Well, that's a fair thing, though, Conquer. You know, you can go with family. It makes sense, so. Probably see with English voice, though. Apparently the French dub censors the hell out of most of the jokes. Really? Oh, that's not good. Or if you play Zero, just tank those hits and mash the attack button and it's a win. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. We do not have access to Zero just yet, but soon enough. Soon enough there, ladies and gentlemen. We found a mysterious item. The mysterious item she's talking about is that green ball that we got there. It's a cluster of Nightmare Souls. You get 200 if you get a green ball at the end of a boss fight. You get 100 if you get a red ball. And the little blue ones that you get from the nightmares in the stages give you 8, I think, if you collect them. Like 8 souls each if you collect them just after killing them. They give you less and less as they shrink down. So try to collect them as quickly as you can because you're going to need a lot of... Yeah, you need to get to GA rank, which you need 1,500 Nightmare Souls in order to get to equip limited parts. And limited parts are pretty nice, so we're going to want to get that. It won't be as hard for me, though, because like in X5, I'm going to double down on a single character. But if you're playing both characters, you're probably going to want to kind of try to get as many souls as you can. You should be able to get to 1,500 with both, though, pretty easily. They give you enough if you do all the stages, so... Yeah, we can equip that stuff in the thing, and it's a one-time use part. It's almost like there's one that's basically a free E-tank for you that you can use once per stage, so it's not bad. We also got the guard shell, which is, according to the playthrough that I first saw of this game, completely useless, but it is not completely useless. It's one of the most useful items / power-ups in the X series, and I will be abusing the malicious shit out of it. So... Just so you know, I'm not avoiding that little glitch. That glitch it makes the game so much simpler on extreme mode that I will not be avoiding it. I apologize if that makes anyone unhappy, but oh, it's too tempting. Anyway, Shield Sheldon, ex-security police. He guarded Dr. Jim. You don't have his last name? Was his name Jin? I mean, I know my name is Jim, man, but like, what the hell? Who was an important person in the laboratory. Suddenly, Dr. Jim became a maverick. However, he was able to control himself. The Maverick Hunters identified Sheldon as a maverick just because he was created by Gate. Sheldon could not deal with being labeled, and so he ended it all. By becoming a maverick, right? That makes it sound like he committed suicide or something. What the hell, Alia? But yeah, that's the kind of the thing with the Mavericks in this game. They gave them some more depth, I guess, as characters. They're not just straight-up bad guys. They usually have a history to them, but they don't show you that history, you know what I mean? They tell it to you right before the boss fight, and it's like, well, too late now, gotta kill you, bye. I'm glad they gave them a story, but I'm not glad that they just tell it to you instead of showing you, you know? Shields, yes, that's his name, really is one of the few Mavericks that can pose a threat in this game. Yes, that is true. That is very true. And like I said, I think I made that fight look a little bit easier than it actually is, especially at no hearts like I was, so. Still are more intimidating than X5's Maverick, but we're a bit far from X2 or X8's Constant Pressure. Yes, yeah. I can't speak for X8 because I haven't played it, but yeah, it's a little bit different from X2 stuff. In X2, there's, like you said, constant pressure because you have to keep moving and can't keep timing your shots properly, but it doesn't feel like the game is rigged against you so much like it does in some of the boss fights here. Although, admittedly, it feels a lot more like it's rigged against you in the stages than it does with the bosses in this game, so just clarify there. Doing all right? That's good, Beanwagon. Glad you're doing all right. Anyway.
I have a report. An investigator was already
Destroyed by that Maverick Hunter. I know. It's shameful they can't beat that mysterious old robot. Isaac, keep an eye on that hunter for a while.
Yes, sir.
Oh, how's the experiment going?
Everything is going great, and the effect is brilliant.
Is it liberating, Isaac?
We achieved 99.98% success rate by now. This is an amazing invention. But if you use High-Max in just minutes, you can control all Reploids on Earth.
Really? Because he's been out in the field for minutes, and you're not there yet. Nope. Gonna move on.
Even the Maverick Hunter was no match.
No, continue the experiment for now. I want you to keep gathering data.
Yes, sir.
By the way, have you found what you're looking for? I guess it doesn't exist in this world.
Oh no, it does. I've seen him. Besides, he isn't some low Reploid that would die after such a trivial battle.
I'll admit, he's as persistent as X. Alive or not, there are many options. You would know, wouldn't you, Gate, considering you found a piece of him?
I'll find out for sure.
It doesn't matter to me. You are on your own. I don't need the body of Zero. I've got his mind. Anyway, just do the work, and keep an eye on X.
Yes, sir.
Mysterious dealings that our enemies have here. It's too bad we won't know anything about that for a little while. Anyway, this is the nightmare effect that Ailey was talking about. So now Inami Temple and North Pole area will have nightmare effects that are based on something from Shield Sheldon's stage. So in the case of these two areas, there will be soul bodies, basically, of the character that you're playing as that will occasionally pop on screen and then dash at you. So it's a little annoying in certain specific sections, especially here where you have to duck underneath a bunch of boulders that deal large damage to you, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. It's not a huge deal for now, because I'm actually going back into Shield Sheldon's stage, because I can't equip parts right now, so we're going to head back in here with Falcon Armor X, because there's something else I'd like to do here, and I may die a lot on the way there, because the alternate path in this stage is a little bit difficult, but we'll figure it out. They tried to add more stuff to the narration of the X series, but they actually always struggle to do it correctly. Yeah, I agree. It seems like, I don't know, it seemed easier for me personally to feel okay with it when Capcom wasn't trying so hard on the story, you know what I mean? Where it was just kind of like okay, well, the main focus here is the gameplay, is the gist of it. Oh, crap. Die. You know what? Fuck you. I said, fuck you, buddy! I can't shoot through. You know what? Literally, fuck you. Goodbye. I'm just gonna let him be. Yeah, they can shoot projectiles at you through stage cover, which I can no longer do, by the way, if you remember from X5. They can disappear and reappear right in front of you. They basically reappear exactly where you were last standing, so they're annoying enemies. Game X4 was trying really hard to have an elaborate story, doesn't really succeed in that regard. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I like X4's story, but it's because it's cheesy, not because it's good, you know what I mean? So X7 and X8 try and do the same stuff, but one of those two is doing it a bit better than the other. You could say that again. Holy cow, X7's story is... I dry heave just thinking about it. I dry heave just thinking about X7's story. Okay, so we need to not unlock that one. We actually need to unlock this section down here. And I'm probably going to die down here because, well, It doesn't look too bad yet, but it gets bad. Okay, let's try out our new guard shell since we can do that. Can I? Okay, I can do it like that, and I can still shoot. Yep. Okay. This needs to go like that, I think. Whoops, I put it away. The guard shell will block the projectiles that those enemies there will shoot at me, so it'll make it a little easier to move through the stage, I think. See, it blocks it right back at them and continues shooting. The only problem, of course, is that for every shot that it blocks, it uses one of your energy, so it's a little obnoxious, if you ask me. Can you like shoot up here, please? It wants to shoot in the direction that I'm standing, I think, which is annoying because I don't have enough health to do this. So, there we go. Wow! Oh, I still got hit. Every little HP will count in that regard, so... Oh, God. And that's the worst thing you can do, is respawn some of the enemies, which you definitely don't want to do, so... I think if I do that... Wow. Okay, that's fine. Wow. Stuttering. That looks right. Okay. We're almost there. Okay, good. I got him before he could do anything to me. I think I need to do that. Yeah, that, and then... that, I think? Let's find out. Yep, that's what I want to do. So let's wait for the lasers. There we go. And that guy down there can... oh, God. Let's at least open up the path. Okay, we opened up the path, so now it doesn't matter so much. Oh, by the way, we have to go this way because, well... gotcha. Ha! Now what will you do? Attack me. Oh, that's fair enough. Well... how about that? Can I block his stuff with that? Well, sort of. Come to Papa. There we go. I can't believe I got through that. Normally I die quite easily there, so... okay, I think there's, yep, a platform right there, and over here's a Dr. Light capsule! X. Now I'll give you now I'll give you data for an armor program. Obtain all 4 programs so that the armor will be complete. The one I give you now is the body program for the blade armor. With this program, you will take less damage, and the damage you receive will be converted into the energy to perform the Giga attack. Please save the world from our nightmares. Okay, that's whatever, Dr. Light. Anyway, so here's the blade armor capsule. It's one of 2 armor types in this game, just like at X5. The other one is the shadow armor, which we'll be getting all of the parts for these armors. I don't know how often we'll be able to test them, but you know, we'll do as much as we can. They're really not that great in this game. Well, I shouldn't say that, because some of them are very good in certain situations, but you know, those are sometimes few and far in between. I'm just going. Sorry, guys. I don't got time to deal with you. I got to take care of this and this and this, and I might. Do I need to? You know, I don't. No, that's what it is. Okay, I don't need to get that with. I was thinking I might need to save that life tank there because I might be able to get it with 0, but I'm not coming back here for that. I'm just gonna take it with X. Forget this. And here's your checkpoints. You don't have to do the whole thing, the whole maze all over again, so. X8 storytelling isn't half bad, actually, but it's kind of hard to have a coherent story after all the stuff that happens in past games. Yeah, that happens. The further you go along with the story, the harder it gets, you know what I mean? So, how does the virus work? When 0 goes to Sigma, it's a total transfer. 0 had 0 virus after that, but when Sigma infects someone with the virus, it's like an infection. It doesn't change its state. Kind of like infections are supposed to work in the first place, damn it. Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. There's a thing called Mega Man Zero, and the story is pretty damn awesome in those. See, I've only played 01, Mega Man 01, and I should be playing the rest of the series, and that is my next plan with the X games, well, the Mega Man games. I'm going to be playing the Mega Man Zero games next after these. Not anytime soon, I don't think, because I'm going to need a break from Mega Man for a little while, but I will be playing the Mega Man Zero series. Some of them blind, and I anticipate good things, so. Anyway, that little blue light that we entered is an alternate pathway, and if you go through an alternate pathway in the stage, you can get more Reploids to rescue, you can get more upgrades, like in this one there's a weapon tank, you can fight optional bosses, you can get more Nightmare Souls, and you can take on unique challenges. I say unique, but this part is a little... Well, let me just show you what this entails. First, let me get that guy. It mostly entails that exactly right there, because I dashed too low, so the platform ate my dash, and then I died on the spikes. But you will see me dying on the spikes a lot in this section, because I have to do that, basically. The problem with that platform up there is that the side of it is also spikes, but there are no spikes on the side of it. There is like a 3 or 4 pixel section of that platform that I need to wall jump off of in order to get up there, and I need to do it while being damaged. Kind of like that, except, you know, actually get up there. And it's really hard without the damage barrier, which you get from a Reploid in this section. And it's just like, okay, come on, guys. Now you're just dicking me over to dick me over. And I am not doing the maze again, so we're gonna do this like this if we have to sit here for a while. Okay, never mind, we don't have to sit here for a while. Yes, I did. You know me, Cole, that's usually how this works. I'm just gonna skip this rest of this. We really don't need the Nightmare Souls that bad. Oh god. We don't need the Nightmare Souls that badly. I will get the Reploids, but the rest I'm not so keen on. I'm just gonna die in this one right there. It's fine because every Reploid gives you a life, and even if I lose all of my lives, I start over at this checkpoint if I press continue anyway, so it's really not that huge of a deal. So, I'm not even worried. Oh god, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to... I thought he was gonna shoot a little faster than that, so I was like, oh, I could eat these spikes. Nope. Oh god. Well, I thankfully didn't do exactly what I just did there. If those Nightmare guys, by the way, get to the Reploid that you're trying to rescue, they will infect them with the virus, and they are no longer rescuable. You either have to kill them, or ignore them, and just let them, you know, stay virusy forever, so... Oh yeah, and I didn't tell you the kicker yet. There are 5 parts that you can get per stage that you get from rescuing these Reploids. If they die... You do not get the part. If they die and they had a part that you wanted to get there, you do not get that part. It is gone for the rest of the game. So, I mean, risk versus reward, I guess, but that might be taking it a little too far. No, I can't say that because I don't hate this game. That's the problem. I know you do. That's why you're not playing it with me.
I know, I'm just shitposting.
Good luck, because Mega Man Zero can be merciless sometimes. That's okay. Rockin' fun. I'm cool with it being merciless. I'm playing this game, after all, in Extreme mode, so I'll be good. Okay, what the hell, Nightmare Zero?
I mean, to be fair, the first thing that came to mind when I played a Mega Man Zero game was, damn, Jimmy would love this.
Be back in a little bit. Alright, Conker. See you in a little bit, then. Damn, you love this series, exactly why Zero was meant to be played gameplay-wise, and everything else can be so thrilling. yeah. Like I said, Rockin' Fun, I've only heard good things, so I am looking forward to it. First, we gotta get through this slog. Anyway, I found you at last. That didn't take long. Let's fight together to retire the Mavericks, just like we used to. Fine, the first subject to be retired is you! So, you've become a Maverick. I was worried that you might. I'll retire you, personally. Well, okay, stutter steps, oh god. That's not helping. So this is Nightmare Zero. He's a little on the challenging side, as you can see. I don't have the timing right, and I stuttered right at the beginning with the thing there. So he stuttered my emulator, and then I just lost my timing. I can jump in between those things, but I don't know if my emulator's going to let me. I might just have to go on the wall and then shoot him. So I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, I finally found you, Faker! Faker? I think you're the fake Reploid around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake. Good luck avoiding things when he uses the super fast slash too, like that. You pretty much gotta be on the ground or else, well, it's gonna blast you. But basically, whenever he goes to that side of the room, he's using that attack there, so you can kind of count on that. Oh god. Damn it. Alright. He's messing up my timing all sorts right now because of that slow-moving projectile! Yikes. I guess I could jump over his head, actually, now that I think about it. If I dash underneath the projectile and jump over his head, it might work better. This dialogue makes as much sense than the ones in X5. I know! I said at the beginning of this Rock and Fun, I'm not sure if you were here to hear it, I'm going to read everything in this verbatim, even if it makes no goddamn sense whatsoever, because, well, they didn't pay for proofreading, so it's going to be at their expense. Come over here and say that to my face. I don't even know what "ierdayu" means, but it's probably swearing at me or something in Japanese. Oh god. Okay. Oh yeah, you can also hit him with the Z-Saber and stun him a little bit if you can get close enough to him. Wow. Oh yeah, and he also does that when he gets low on HP, so... Oh god. And that gains a projectile when he's low on HP too, so... I mean, okay. There we go. Okay, he did it at the very end of the fight. That's fine. But you can normally stun him if you hit him with the Z-Saber in between his animations, so... And we didn't get any Nightmare Souls for that. Probably for a good reason, as we're going to find out in a moment. But for now, mission accomplished. What do I get as a reward?
Gee, I wonder.
0! My reputation has been damaged while away. Being thought of as some stupid toy. 0? 0! You're alive! Huh. So, X is alive, is he? Seems Sigma didn't defeat me after all. But I searched all over for your parts! Your signal, but I found nothing, so... That is most unfortunate. I hid myself while I tried to repair myself. I had to wait until I was healed. I hate that line so frickin' much. Well, it's been an emotional reunion. But now I need my Z-Saber back. No. X gets to keep the Z-Saber because 0 gets a better Z-Saber. So, anyway. But now we must face the nightmare. And by we, he means I.
Usually in anime, how anime works, the person who gave the protagonist the saber that proceeded to immediately die gets a better saber, and then it turns out the original saber has all the anime magic in it.
Not in this game. In this game, the anime magic is in 0's saber, so... If the Reploids are eradicated, then the mankind... No, the Earth itself will face a crisis. Let's go, X. Destroy the nightmare. Yes, we will join hands. And never let anyone sever us again.
I love that the dialogue went from competent in the last cutscene with some minor grammatical errors to absolutely fucking terrible.
The dialogue does that a lot, Cole. Do you want me to just call you on Discord since you have things to say? Well, that's what I mean, is you can shitpost on the commentary if you want. I'll just call you. Okay. Let's go, 0. So we get 0 as a character. Very good. Because he's the only one I'm going to use for the rest of the game. Yeah, who the fuck translated this game? That's what I want to know, Rock and Fun, because they need to not have a job in the business anymore. Oh, God. Anyway, I think we rescued all but one of the Reploids now in the stage, and the one that we're missing is the one right at the beginning of the stage. I saved that one there so I wouldn't have to do the maze puzzle with the light beams again to get 0 a life up there. X got a life up from the heart and an energy up from one of the Reploids. So now 0 will get a life up from one of the Reploids, and he'll be even with X, and then he'll be fine. So 0's going to miss out on exactly one life upgrade, but it's not going to be critical because he's still going to have so much HP by the end of this game that it's going to be ridiculous. And in case you were wondering, I doubled down on X in X5, so I'm going to double down on 0 in terms of playing the game in X6. And that's fortunate for me because 0 and X6 is fucking busted. So we're just going to do crazy things now.
Almost like you planned it or something.
I swear I didn't plan it. It just worked out that way. It just worked out that X is better in X5 and 0's better in X6. But yeah, we get 0 on the thing now. He still can't equip parts, but he does have access to the guard shell, so I don't need parts for right now. Anyway, I know that you have only just returned, but I need to ask you something. Will you help X and carry out the missions? It is my job. I am a maverick hunter. I have been away for a while, but I'm ready to fight for peace. So yes, now we unlock Zero as a character, and we can use him in the stage select. Now I know by this point all of you are sick of me going to Shield Sheldon stage, but I need to get exactly one more thing from here, and we never have to go there again, so don't worry.
Oh, he's even stalling for time outside of 14.
Oh my god. Unfortunately, we cannot equip the damage barrier that we got in the last stage with X or Zero at this point, because you cannot equip those until you get to, I think, B rank Hunter, or maybe A rank. I forget, honestly. But we'll get there eventually. It shouldn't take very long. History revealed later that the translator for Mega Man X6 was the one in charge of rewriting the scripts for Ghost Story stuff. Oh boy. Cole, do you know what Ghost Stories is? Because I'm not sure.
I don't know because I don't watch horror-based anything.
I think it's a horror anime, if I remember right, but I could be wrong.
It sounds like
Anyway, let's see how we did in the Laser Institute. Did we get all but one? Yep. There's a total of 16 in each stage, and as you can see, we're missing number 1, which is the one right about here that we're going to go get with Zero. Okay, story time then. Okay, Rockin' Fun. Give us some story time while I go and do odd jobs here. Zero got a new teleport animation. He starts with the double jump in this game, and he gets a katana laser sword. Like, how ridiculous. And I'm just going to take that. That's fine. Let's get this so we can get a life up, and once we leave the stage, he'll have +2 life, just like getting a heart. He has access to the guard shell. I don't think you can use it like you can with X. I think you have to go into the pause menu with Zero to use it like this, because I don't think the special weapon... Yeah, that fires a Z-Buster, which is a lot better in this game than it was in X5. Holy shit, Isaac, what the hell did you do to Zero's body? But yeah, the guard shell with Zero's busted, and I will show you why once we escape from this stage, because we're done here now, so... Yeah, but X searched for Zero's signal, his parts, but nothing, so... Exactly, DP. I don't know... I don't know, but they have... he's figured things out, apparently, so... I don't know why Zero didn't just come right back to base. Did he just...
he might be responsible for destroying the world.
Did he just finish repairing himself, or did Isaac have something to do with it? I'm of the opinion that Isaac had something to do with it, but, I don't know. Anyway, Zero got a life up, so that's good. Let's save, and now we'll go do Commander Yamark's stage. I think there's a couple of parts in the stage itself that we can't actually get yet, if I remember right, but we'll get as many things as we can. I think what can we get? We can get the life up, the energy up, and the hearts, though, so that's pretty much all that matters for right now. We want to get Zero's HP up as much as we possibly can, and this stage will help us out in that regard. And that's the only reason why I'm doing it now, is because I can get the life up, the energy up, and the heart in this stage in one go without needing anything else, so yeah. That's how that's gonna go. So let's hit into the Amazon area, where there's probably another weapon, if we're being honest. I mean, if we learned anything from Web Spider, it's that bugs like hoarding weapons in the jungle. Apparently that's also true for Commander Yamark. Anytime now, game. There we go. I will say this, though. I do like X6's music. It's pretty good, but that's kind of a thing that a lot of bad games have, is they have good music, so...
We haven't gotten the best track.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
I think I know what the best track is, yes, Cole. We'll get to that eventually. You're having an English verbal exam, final exam this Tuesday, and it's the end of education for you. Well, good, Garrick, but don't pay any attention to anything this game does, because holy crap, it will destroy your understanding of the English language by being awful at it. So, don't pay attention to this. Anyway, these little crawling guys here, you can stand on them and use them as platforms. Keep that in mind, we might need to do that later in the stage, but if you hit them, they turn into a ball, and then they roll up or down hills. They kind of don't pay attention to gravity, so don't hit them. They're friendly guys, you don't need to worry about that. Wow, these guys, not so friendly. They are praying mantises that shoot out their scythes at you. They deal large damage, as as you would expect, and they take a hell of a lot of hits to kill, and they come back almost immediately on extreme mode, so just get rid of them as quick as you can. Speaking of things to get rid of, here's another Dr. Light capsule. Zero, I'm glad to see you again. You were blind? Why didn't you tell me, Dr. Light? I love this game's translation sometimes, it's so stupid. I will never die. Zero, when did you become a badass? I think Isaac messed with your programming. I don't really remember, but when I came to, I could move. I don't know if the recovery function worked. The world still needs X and you. So you came back to life, didn't you? Through sheer force of will, this man came back to life.
I don't think I've ever seen that in a video game before. Just come back from the dead because you willed yourself to.
We must put an end to this nightmare. Please give X this armor program. However, for security reason, the armor won't work until the 4 programs combine. Now I will give X a foot program of the blade armor. This program will enhance X's dash performance and enable him to perform the mock dash. It's a bit faster and a bit longer, I think, than a normal dash, so X can dash while jumping, and X will be invincible in the beginning. Not the end, though. For the Earth, for the future. Good luck. Oh boy. The Maverick the Reploid we just rescued has energy up as well, by the way, so that helps a little bit. I think he has energy up, right? Yeah, that's energy up. So here's why the guard shell's busted. You saw how difficult the praying mantis was outside here? Watch this. Okay, not that. This. See what happened there? So the guard shell is supposed to deflect projectiles, and it still does with Zero. Don't get me wrong. It does still deflect projectiles, but when you have the guard shell overlapping an enemy, every single frame of a hit that you deal to the enemy, they have no invincibility. Normally they have invincibility for every certain number of frames so that you can't just instantly murder them and just shred them with his laser saber, but for some reason, the programmers forgot to fix it so that the guard shell doesn't cause this lack of invincibility when you do this, and since Zero hits everything on every single frame with his saber, you can see how this could be used to totally cheese a very large portion of this game. That being said, I am on extreme difficulty, so I will be maliciously abusing this. So, sorry again if this makes anyone upset, but it's the easiest way. It's one of my favorite cheese methods. I do, however, have legit cheese methods, though, like that don't require me to use something that's basically a bug in the game to exploit the difficulty. And I'll get to those when we get to those. We don't have an enemy in this stage that I can do that to. Just wanted to explain what's going on here in case anyone's wondering. So, Ghost Stories was paranormal anime that was super mad. That's your classic anime with no link between episodes, shitty animation, super duper classic plots, and cliche characters. It was planned to have an English dub, but it really didn't do well in Japan, so the actors in charge of the dub received special instructions. Do whatever you want. Like, whatever. Just don't change the characters' names. And what happens when you give pro actors total freedom to a dub? For a dub is the historical first abridged series, except it's an official dub. That's incredible. That's incredible. I'll have to check that out sometime. Yeah, that can lead to a little bit of difficult things too, like with these caterpillars. But these praying mantises that were difficult? Nope, not anymore. I mean, they're still difficult because they shoot their sides out at you, but, well, you know. The parts that we can't get are up there, by the way, so we'll worry about those later. Oh, get out of my way. Your soul. You can go ahead and do that. That's fine. I'll just go like this. Oh god, too many sides! Get them out of here! Ugh! Okay, so that takes care of that. Now there's two ways to go here. If you have Zero, you can double jump up there and go on an alternate path, but you can also go down here to collect a few new parts, so we're gonna go do that first. Remember that those spikes are there for later though, because they're important. And by later, I mean in about 10 seconds. Let's go down here, grab these guys, please and thank you. I'll take that heart, and I'll take this nightmare soul. And then, now the next section over here is infamous because this section over past this point is infamous because it has a jump that's completely blind onto a bunch of spikes that will one-hit kill you. There's a way to avoid that, though. If you don't feel like doing it, just kill yourself on these spikes instead. Here's the legit cheese method I was talking about, one of them anyway. Because this will start you back here, And then you can go back here with 0, and you can double jump up to the alternate pathway up here. You can collect the other Reploid that you couldn't rescue before because you can't get back that way. And take a different route that's slightly less stupid. Oop. Wow, get out of here, man. You have to get him off the screen before he shoots his sides. Oh, God. For the love of God, get him off the screen before he shoots his sides. Damn it. Phew. Man, if those guys gave Nightmare Souls, I'd be rolling in them right now, I'll tell you. Wow. Excuse me. Oh yeah, those guys don't have hitboxes if you dash underneath them, by the way. If they're at a certain height, you can dash underneath them and don't get hit by their little DNA things, so... The more you know. Down here is an alternate pathway if you go to the right. I'm going to go to the left, though, because I don't want to go to that alternate pathway just yet. We don't have the parts to actually beat that alternate pathway yet, and we won't for quite some time, so... Just so you know, that's why I'm skipping it for now. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm just getting out of here. Screw you guys. Oh, God. More sides, which means, oh God, not. I should have expected that. There's a Reploid that we need to get up there. I might be able to get up there just by doing this though. Like if I go like this and just do that. Yep, there we go. Get that shit out of here. All right, let's get away from them before they start shooting sides. There's one more Reploid here, 2 maybe. I think 2. All right, yep, there's a second one down there. Thanks, bro. Just made it a lot easier for me to get on that oh, God. Get on that platform. Oh, there's 3. Okay. How many did we get now? We have 31. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly how many we should have at this point, because there's 1 left that we couldn't get, so... That is incredible, though, Rockin' Fun. I had no idea. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to abuse the guard shell, by the way, for the boss fights. I'm just going to abuse it to help me get through the stages. So just in case you're wondering, we're going to fight Commander Yamark legit, and I'm going to try to show their attacks. I'll probably end up being the first person in the history of the internet to die on screen to Commander Yamark, but it's fine. Of course, if you want to shred bosses, you can just use the Z-Buster, but we'll get to that eventually. You're the Nightmare Investigator, Commander Yamark.
Yes, I am in charge of the Amazon area. Tell me, what will you do with the Nightmare?
Are you serious? It is your silly toy.
Maverick hunters and Reploid researchers are all liars. I may end up betrayed and deleted. So I will delete you first.
That's what you think, Yamark. That's what you think. So yeah, you could just use the Z-Buster if you really want to deal with things like way easier. But yeah, I'm gonna try not to. Oh God. So Commander Yamark uses different formations with their dragonflies there, and you can do things with it, but it's really not that huge of a deal. So yeah, this is Formation Dusk. You just jump and dash over it. It's really easy. Don't like be a dumbass like me and jump into the projectiles, but okay. Here's the hard one. Formation Final is the hardest one to avoid because, well, they have those dragonflies behind them, so you kind of have to destroy the dragonflies in order to keep going there. But like I said, I'll try to not cheese it with the Z-Buster, but I might end up... I'll use the Z-Buster 3 times. We'll use the Z-Buster 3 times in this fight to make it a little easier. And I'll use it right away, so that way I can only use 2 when Formation Final comes out. Other than that, we'll do it legit. Okay, well, that's 1, and I missed, so that's my fault. I guess it's just as easy to kind of cheese them with the Z-Saber, too, though, because, well, you erase shots with the Z-Saber, and you can just... They don't have many iframes to it, so it's kind of, you know... I guess you can deflect them too, so that helps. I think the problem, though, is that Commander Yamark spends too much time just kind of not doing anything, so That's where a lot of people have no trouble with them. I'll wait for Formation Final to use the last Sea Saber shot, which should be coming up right about now, I think. Oh, okay. I guess I killed them with the dragonflies. There's an internet first for you. Didn't even have to use all the Z-Buster shots. I didn't know you could kill with the dragonflies. That's interesting. Well, you learn something new every time I play this game, apparently. Also, Zero gets a fantastic victory theme, so that's cool. Mission accomplished, Zero. Let's go back to base. There's an episode when a girl brings back a rabbit to life, but it turned out to be a big dark demon, so the girl cast a spell over tragic music. So in Japanese, she's just speaking nonsense because it's a spell, but in English, they decided to give her perfect tragic monologue. Precisely the dialogue. I know now that it could never work between us as much as we wanted to. We could never be. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're... What the hell? That's terrible. Oh, no. Oh, that's just... Oh. I shouldn't laugh at that, but I'm totally laughing at that. 4 investigators to go. Yeah, a few more. A few more to go. How many more do I have to go today? 1, 2, 3... Yeah, 4. That's a good guess there, DP, because we do in fact have 4 to go before I plan on being done today anyway. I want to get to fighting high max today. That's my goal, so we'll see if we get that far. We got the Yamara option, which I really don't use all that much. It gives you some projectiles, which are pretty nice, but yeah, like I said, I usually don't have that much time to use them, so... We got a few items, life up, energy up, a super recover, which is nice, rapid shot, or rapid 5 rather, and leg parts. One more part to get, excuse me, but we can't get it just yet because, as I said, we don't have the correct parts for that yet. Excuse me again. Commander Yamark, an ex-investigator in the Amazon area. He was a Reploid created for the Nature Preservation Project. He burnt the forest by control disorder. He wasn't accused of the incident, but someone altered Yamark's flying system. He crashed and died. He was created by my colleague, Gate. So yeah, Gate and Ayla used to be colleagues, and if you get 3,000 Nightmare Souls before you finish the 8 Mavericks or beat High Max, you can find out how they were colleagues, but it's almost impossible to get 3,000 because it's too difficult. Like, you have to grind Nightmares, basically, to get it, and that's... I'm not grinding. We don't need to worry about that, so... Back for a bit before you have to leave. Alright, Conquer, welcome back. You haven't missed too much. We've been fighting the easy bosses so far. It's going to get a little harder from here on, so... Never knew that her own projectiles dealt damage to her, honestly. Yeah, me neither. I just thought about deflecting them today, and apparently it worked out, so... hell if I knew. Did Rainy Turtleoid mention his master? Is he mentioning someone else rather than Gate? That's a good question. We're gonna find out because Rainy Turtleoid is the next stage, actually, DP. So you're on the ball today with your guesses. So we will see who his master is in a moment. I'm not sure if it is Gate. I'd have to look at the dialogue. I usually don't pay much attention to the dialogue in this game because it's just nonsense most of the time. But well, we'll pay more attention this time as we go to the Inami Temple to fight Rainy Turtleoid. And we have another legit cheese strat. Actually, we have 2 legit cheese strats in this stage that I will show you. Does one of them involve the guard shell? It does, but it doesn't have to. So neither of them involve the guard shell, or neither of them have to involve the guard shell. So we'll do that. And I will show you what I mean in a moment. I'm going to use the guard shell for this part, though, because what the hell? It just makes it easier. These seahorses can also shoot projectiles at you, which is why it's easier, because then you can just deflect them. Oh, and this capsule, oh god, it lags your emulator, apparently. It refills your life, but it also destroys your guard shell, so... Oh god, Aelia, not a good time. Darn, it's some kind of a trap? It's raining. Fuck, my hat, and there's bullets in my face. I don't pick up any sign of rain in that area. It must be the nightmare phenomenon. Stay alert! I'm gradually getting damaged. However, it's strange that I've been recovering when I'm on this machine. I can't guarantee your safety, but it's better to use them if they are helpful. But I'm worried about the rain. Is there any way to stop the nightmare rain? Let's find out. And there is actually a way to stop the nightmare rain, and I will show you what that is in a moment. Oh, by the way, to use the Yamar option with 0, oh god, high X, you have to press up and the attack button, and that'll allow you to use it, so there's that. In terms of that illusion there is the nightmare effect that also accompanies the rain in Rainy Turtleite stage. The nightmare effect that they were talking about is not the rain, that's there all the time, but the nightmare phenomenon that came out of going to Shield Sheldon's stage first is this thing of X here. So, but if you use the guard shell, you can get rid of it. So, pro tip for you, just use the guard shell, it's so much easier. Oh god. I mean, that's 90% of X6, really, is just use the guard shell, it's so much easier, but... I don't have my timing for the guard shell, unfortunately. Well, go away, X. Did I get rid of all that? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So once you get rid of all those little eyeball-looking things, you can destroy the machine, because those are basically force fields that are preventing the machine from getting destroyed. But once you destroy them, you can destroy the machine, so... Yes, that was X. It was a soul-body copy of him, DP, but it was X, pretty much, so... Anyway, let's get on solid ground so we can reactivate guard shell. I'll take that, thank you. Okay, here's legit cheese strat number 1. These guys are obnoxious, these purple dudes, because they have 2 attacks. They have this slow-moving shockwave, and they have that straight punch that comes out on, like, frame 3 that I showed you a minute ago. What's the trick to beating them? Duck. Because the shockwave is slow enough that you'll be able to see it, or just destroy them if you have the guard shell up, and the punch goes right over your head. So if you never knew that, there's your pro tip for the day. Just duck and hit. How did I find this out? Lots of fighting those guys. Lots and lots of fighting them. So much easier. I think there's a dude right down here too, so you gotta be a little careful here. But yeah, just like that. Easy as pie. At this point, you're just waiting for Zero to say, "Where's that damn 4th light capsule?" Yeah, you're right about that, Rocket Fun. Just referencing the wrong game, dude. Yeah, that's the joke. Yep, exactly. I would not be shocked, though, Rocket Fun, if he did. Zero's a badass in this game, like, almost to the point of it being silly. It's just so good. Cole was dying over there, Rocket Fun, by the way. You killed him for a moment there. He has to undo one of his lines because you just killed him. Oh god, double jump, no! Well, at least I got the Reploid. Alright. Try that again. I think we'll die, whoa, well, if it keeps doing that, we'll die one more time at least. But, yeah, we'll probably die one more time trying to get a Reploid that's in a similar predicament to that one. If it's not because of my stupid ass, it's because of the emulator stuttering, but we'll see when we get that far. But yeah, you have to destroy those little eyeball things. I think you can skip them, which is just terrible, because that means you'd have to come back here through the acid rain, and it's like... Cole says, and why would you ever want to come back to any stage? Oh god, any stage in this game. He's right. Okay, this is the one that I'm gonna... Okay, well, I almost had it. Almost had it. This is really close, but we got the Reploid there, so now I don't have to worry about that when we come through there again, so... Whoa! God, game. Slow your roll with these stutters, holy shit! I am fighting the emulator, the enemies, and the game, but at least I don't have 1 second of input lag like I would on the Legacy Collection. Ho-ho! I can't believe they did that in the Legacy Collection. That's such a stupid thing. It's like, come on, Capcom. Just do this little remastering thing correctly. It's supposed to... You did fine on the PS2 collection. What went wrong here? Because the Elgato doesn't really like the PS2 all that much, Cole. Otherwise, I would have played it in the PS2 collection.
on especially.
Yep. I was screwed no matter what I did in this series. I mean, yeah. Paul says, TLDR, this is why it's a bad idea to ever play Mega Man X6, and he's not wrong. Oh, God. I'm gonna die, yep. Took too many hits there. Gotta not take that many hits in that last section, or else, well, I die. It's fine, though. We'll get back. Oh, God. Should be used to that by now. The keyword is should be. Not quite yet, though. Remember dying so much this part the first time you played through? Yeah, you're not the only one, Rockin' Fun. I think this was the first stage I played after the intro stage in X6 when I first played it. I was not a happy camper.
What? Oh, now?
Really don't mind the rain, but damn, the platform part is mean. Yeah. Yeah, it is, especially when they put stuff that can kill you and there's like Mavericks, Reploids to save and stuff, and then you can just get killed in the midst of a jump, and it's just like, oh, come on now. Okay. That was lucky. I'm just going. I'm going. I can't get anything from these guys. Oh, God. These guys anyway. That was me being too hasty. I should have killed that guy. Okay, so I can run through a certain section there, but I have to kill that one guy because he's too, oh God, too high up. I don't know how my thing just reached that far. Phrasing, how my saber reached that far. Oh God, and then didn't reach that guy. Oops. Okay, so let's collect these up. It'd be nice if I had an E-tank here. Then I could be filling it up right here, but, well, I do not, so. Come get some. It's alright. Okay, take it slow and steady, so. Ass, you almost just destroyed me. Okay. Slow and steady, caution to the wind. You know. Let's get them out of here at least. Okay. Okay. I need to hurry a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Oh my God, lag! Alright, get me on this platform. There we go. We have a checkpoint now, so that's good. Let's see, take that away and go do this. Now, in this section of the level, you have to find the force eyeball thing so that you can deactivate the force field. So that's what we're going to go do. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to try to collect up a bunch of stuff that's over here. You have to have the damage barrier to go through this part completely, but without the damage barrier, you can still get something here. So I'm going to do that in just a moment. Just get hit by that guy, come up here, and I forget if that's a life up or what, but it's good. It's just now I'm screwed because unless I can make this jump, which I never make this jump, so yeah, that was too early. You can do it if you're frame perfect, but yikes, that is some difficult ass timing for me, man. I can't. I'm not good enough at this game. You want to see someone do frame perfect timing like that, go watch X Maverick Hunter. They're way better at this game than I will ever be. Along with, you know, every other X game, but that's because they practice a lot, so. Is there a thing right here? Yeah, there is. So I think the alternate pathway is this way. I'm gonna check. Yes it is, and there's nothing else over here. The heart is up there, so. Okay, I actually made it that time. Nice. Alright, let's go get the heart then. We'll just go up the left side first. Oh God. I'd rather take the hit from the shockwave because it doesn't deal as much damage, so. Is there a thing here? Yes, there is. Cool. Do that, get the heart, and... Nope, too late that time. Remember correctly, a certain boss's attack makes the emulator lag every damn time. I think you're right. I can't remember which boss specifically, but I think you're right about that. I think there is one that makes it lag every single time. Let's get the card shell out. It's a little easier. Go. Hit me! Or don't. Oh wait, I have to respawn him. Hold on. Technical difficulties, stand by. Because I need to use his shockwave to give myself invincibility. Oh, now he's dead. Great. Well, I can do it a different way. There we go. Just get it like that. Oh, that was too early this time. It's okay. All these Reploids that I'm rescuing, I need to stop calling them Mavericks. They're not Mavericks yet. They give me an extra life, like I said before, every time I rescue them, so it's fine. Not a huge deal. Alright, we went up the left side. Let's go down the right side this time. I need to go this way. Oop. I'm not close enough. There we go. Go this way to hit this one. This one is the third one. There is the actual part of the platform. Like, see how there's a platform there and then that green thing? That is the actual force field, obviously. Take it here. Like that. Oh, yep, there is somebody back here. Nice. I got my extra life just in case. Ha! I made it this time. Alright, let's get that. Wow. And here's the thing. If you're running low on HP, you can always... Oh, God. You can always go back up if you can make it back up, that is. Without fighting it. Which I'm about to do. Get off that thing, Zero. There we go. Cool. Made it. Alright, so we got 2 of them. The other 2 are down the left side, I think on the 3rd and 4th platform levels. So, down in the basement. There we go. That's 1. Oh yeah, and when you're cutting with Zero, like, if you press the square button once, or the attack button once, and then tap like a smash attack in the other direction, he will actually cross-slash behind him, so it's kind of nifty. We'll use that in a boss fight in about 2 seconds, because it's one of the other 2 legit cheese strats that I was talking about. So, is there such thing as a legit cheese strat, Cole? Yes, there is. In this particular case, yes, there is. I won't even need the guard shell for this part. I think I know how to do this part correctly. It's been a little while though, so bear with me. If I do it wrong, you know, we'll just be up Schitt's Creek, but whatever. Ex-Maverick Hunter is translated from Ancient Greek to the absolute madman. He fucking did it. I know. He's too good at this game. The boss's gate, one of his balls made your emulator lag every time. Oh man. We'll get to gate eventually. And he'll be a trip, that's for sure. Okay, so legit cheese strat for Rainy Turtleoid is coming up. If you want to fight him legit, avert your eyes, because you can only do the legit cheese strat at the beginning of the fight when he's not against the edge of the room like this, but I'll show you in a moment.
Avert your eyes.
Yeah, Cole, avert your eyes. You're too pure for this.
Horse Dookie, I've seen you do it before.
I know you've seen me do it before. I'm just going to treat your side comments like you're chatting in chat now, so just so you know.
It's okay, I don't fucking care.
Are you Rainy Turtleoid?
So,
What voice should I give him? Maybe I should give him a helium voice because he's a gigantic turtle. No, I gave Commander Yamark a helium voice, never mind. Zero, the famous Maverick Hunter. X and Zero are Reploids I respect. Fine, so don't fight me, help me. I've been resurrected to carry out an important duty. A very important duty given by my master. Though I brought shame on my master, he allowed me to live. That's why I have to finish my duty, even if it means sacrificing my life. I see. Well, then you'll die, won't you? Okay, so legit cheese strat. Get hit, go behind him, and do this. Hang on, I'm not close enough, I don't think. Oh, well. Okay, so I did it wrong, but that's the legit cheese strat, and I'm going to die so I can show it to you, basically. Because fighting him legit it takes too long, so... Just came in, but assuming that guy was talking about the red ball, that's the intended effect. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't know, Expel Sword. It's been a little while since I've seen all of Gate's energy attacks, so I'll have to find out when we do that. But we'll get to Gate, like I said, eventually, so we'll be able to go from there. And hello, Expel Sword. How you doing? Alright, let's see if we can do the cheese strat this time. Basically, he has no invincibility frames over here, so... And there you go. If you do that... Well, I did it somewhat. Oh, God. Yeah, this one's almost impossible to dodge. Good God. Yeah. But that's the cheese strat right there, basically, is just... Normally, this is what you have to do, is you have to basically just... you have to get rid of his little jewels, and then you have to shoot him to kill him. but you can cheese him by going behind him and doing the little tap slash that I told you about, where you slash and then you tap like you're doing a smash attack. So, yeah, that's how that works. I didn't do enough damage, but I think later on, if you have Saber Plus equipped, you can kill him in one round, like before he even can do anything else. I forget. I have to remember. Maybe we'll do it later, so. Remember having the sound lagging too? Maybe it was lagging the emulator a little. I mean, my game stutters all the time with this game. My emulator stutters all the time with this game, so I completely would understand, so. Don't have Saber Plus on, do you? Not yet, Expel Sword, not yet. I have yet to get it. I will be getting it eventually. When am I getting it? Let me look at my notes. Probably in the next episode. Because we are doing 1, 2, potentially 3 more stages today before I call it a day. So we won't have it yet. But once I do have it, like I said, I think you can kill him in one go if you do the cheese strat correctly. But I think we got everything else. Life up, energy up, heart, and weapon recovery. Yeah, I think that's all we could get there. So, was that really intended? I don't know, Rockin' Fun, but yeah, shit's meta. I don't know if it was intended, but it totally destroys him. So, 100%, 100% meta. Cole says. And speaking of meta things that destroy things, we also got the Ensuizan now. So not only do we have the guard shell, we also have something that we can maliciously abuse the guard shell with now, because the Ensuizan gives you... Does it give you iframes? I forget, but you can do all manner of crazy shit with the Ensuizan, and it shreds enemies, even without the guard shell, so it's pretty nuts. I'll show that to you in a little bit. Okay, Conker, take it easy. Enjoy the movie. We will see you on the next one. Yeah, energy up, life up, weapon recover. And the heart. Yep, we got the heart too. I think. Yeah, we got the heart. Below the boss door level on the left. I have it in my notes, so. They kept him not being protected on the other side in the X challenge, so it seems intent. Really? Yeah, that is meta. Then holy shit. That's something. Anyway, Rainy Turtleoid, ex-investigator of the Water Purity Improvement Team. He had tortoiseshell shield to counter the strong acid rain. Well, that'll do it. He didn't seem to be taking damage from it. Thanks to him, we can explore areas that have pollution level A, but his high defensibility was regarded as too dangerous. Requests to weaken Turtleoid ran high. Gate opposed this and was punished. Turtleoid was so loyal to Gate. In the end, he died to save Gate. Well, I guess it gives him a little bit of a background. I mean, it's not that bad that they're telling us this stuff, because again, I'm glad they have a story. I just wish that you found this out through some other means than them just saying it to you, you know what I mean? So, not having any invulnerability period was probably an error, though. Yeah, probably Expel Sword. If I had to guess, I'd say the not being protected thing was intended, yes, but the invulnerability period thing was probably another guard shell oversight. So, it's unfortunate, but whatever. First Psycho Mantis steals your controller, now Super Warrior Saint Seiya Gate burns your PC to the ground. What's next? Deleting your save data? Near music starts playing. Oh boy, rockin' fun. The spicy memes in the chat today, I'll tell you what. The next Maverick we're going to go after is Blizzard Wolfang. Can I equip parts yet? I can equip parts now. Cool. I could equip Super Recover, but we don't have E-Tanks yet, because I think Super Recover helps with filling E-Tanks, if I remember right. So we're going to equip Damage Barrier, because it gives me double the invincibility. That's just way too good. Oh, actually, I can show you a non-legit cheese strat, too. If you equip a part by pressing triangle and X at the same time, so like that, I think? No, I think I pressed triangle too early. I think you have to see an X come up. Nope. Hang on. But you can equip multiple parts. I forget if you can't do it when there's only one part, though. I think you might only be able to do it with two. Let me try. Hang on. Whoop. I don't know if that worked or not. I think it did. I did get it? Okay, cool. Yeah, you can equip multiple parts at a time if you really want to, but yeah, I don't want to. It's that illegit G-strat I'm not going to do, because that's too easy. It's just, they give you more than enough space for any parts that you'll want anyway, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But if you want to, you can. And doing that, you can equip every single part in the game if you really want to. I don't think you can do that with limited parts, but I would have to double check on that. Don't quote me on it. I mean, Cole, if you ever want to play this game, you can use some of these cheese strats after all, so. Thought said Gate was Raining Turtle's master, not Sigma. You're bad. Where is he anyway? That's the question, DP. I don't know what Sigma's doing. Probably effing off until we get rid of Gate, if I'm being honest with you. We'll see. Anyway, now we're done with the that, so we're going to North Pole area. You want X's section to be... okay, so when X's section is invisible, that means you got the trick correct. Okay, I see. Thanks for elaborating on that Expel Sword, because I only know what my own experience shows, and my own experience shows I can equip multiple parts, but I don't know exactly how it works, so... yeah, apparently it just works, just like Cole said. Thankfully, Todd Howard did not design Blizzard Wolfang, or else he'd be a glitchy mess. I mean, this game is a glitchy mess, but... this was the Todd Howard before... this is the Todd Howard before Todd Howard was Todd Howard, so... And Todd Howard, I'm sorry if that triggers you. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just your games are glitchy messes sometimes. Okay. Yeah, we have the Ensuizan now, so if we press down on the weapon button, I can turn into Sonic the Hedgehog for a little while. And this is very good. And I think you can also use it in the air to get a little bit of extra distance too, but yeah, we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to try to speed through this section. I don't know if I can because the slopes here are icy, so they sort of make it really hard to speed through it. But we'll see. And yeah, the effect from Shield Sheldon stage is here as well, so you'll have to deal with these things again. But it's okay, we have the guard shell, so we'll be fine. We are starting to enter the dope music territory. Blizzard Wolfang stage music is freaking phenomenal, man. I love this stage music. It's really good. And we're getting to the point where the music goes from being great to being absolutely obscenely good. It's too good for this game. What the hell? Damn it. We're gonna reach a singularity point with the music pretty soon, basically. Oh god. Get me up that hill! There we go. See, that was the damage barrier helping me right there, because I had, like I said, double invincibility frames. Pretty nice. Surely you must be familiar with the Ensuizan glitch. Yes, I am familiar with the Ensuizan glitch, and we will be using it for exactly one stage to make it a little bit easier, their Expel Sword. So yes, I am familiar, and we will be using it. Once. Only once, because it's too ridiculous to use otherwise, so... I was waiting for the X copy to come around, but he took his sweet-ass time. Oh god, I'm just gonna get on this. Sorry, buddy, I need to share your personal space there, because this platform's not big enough for the two of us. Oh god. There you go. Okay, Zero, get out of there. I don't need you cutting things that are invincible. Ha. Yeah, Blizzard Wolfang's music is insane. It's really, really, really good. I really like it. I might be able to get this thing here. There's a jump that you can do right here. Okay, well, I'm not getting it this time. Thankfully, there's a checkpoint right there. But there's a jump you can make right here that a lot of walkthroughs say you can't make without the nightmare effect in this stage that isn't Shield Sheldon's. Like, there's a fire effect that can happen here, too, if you defeat a different Maverick first. But I think you can still make it. Yep, there you go. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. You're not stopping me. I'll get that Maverick and get this Dr. Light capsule. Zero, give X this armor program. Collect 4 programs to complete the armor. Now I'll give X a foot program of shadow armor. Press the jump button while holding the up button to jump high and stick to the ceiling. After sticking, X can dash on the ceiling. This is tricky armor. Tell him to handle it well. Please help X. Can do, will do, Dr. Light. First, oh god, where did you come from? We have a special guest on the show tonight, apparently. And it's not Cole, though he is a special guest. Okay, well, we got the shadow armor foot part now. Will we ever use it? Maybe? Not sure yet, honestly. This wall next to me, though, is not, it's not available. You can't go past it, basically, until you do the other nightmare effect in this stage. Which is the fire effect. And that's where that other guy came from. He's normally on the other side of that wall, but apparently he wanted to show up early to work today. Okay, I don't know if maybe? I'm just gonna take a hit, fuck it. I'm gonna take 2 hits, never mind, damage barrier. Screw you, game, damage barrier. Oh god. That is true, Cole. Since damage barrier is in the game, technically the game can screw me because damage barrier is part of the game. It did just screw me because not because of the damage barrier, but because I was an idiot and ran into spikes with my face. So yeah, don't do that, kids. It's not healthy.
It's not healthy.
Oh god. I always have trouble with these. What's it called? Oh god, almost hit the spikes again. I always have trouble with the slopes and stuff in here because it's just. I thought that was an enemy for a second. It's difficult dealing with the slopes and the ice and all that. I mean, it's intentional, obviously, because they want to make it more than baby's first Mega Man game for you. I can get out of here now. What the hell am I doing? There we go. Oh god. Wow! That's not good. I guess we'll start over. That's fine. Wow. Don't get squished is the basic gist of this. Oh my god. Because if you get squished, well, things don't go your way. I think that's a checkpoint, if I remember right. I'd forget, but, you know. What kids? There's no kids here. Cole will always be my kid brother because he's the youngest in the family, so I will always say don't try this at home, kids, or don't do drugs, kids, or all that stuff, if only to refer to him. So. It's like in the contract as an older brother, you're supposed to say that, basically. I think that one right there was the life up. I honestly forget. We might be able to get through this section. Maybe. Oh god. Basically, you just don't want to allow yourself to slide too much when going through that section, and you'll make it. So. Yeah, I'm the kid. Don't look at me, I'm just a kid! It's the area directly below you that you can't get to unless it's raining fire. Yes, that's exactly right. The guy that came from below there, yeah, he's in that fire section. So we are not using the guard shell against Blizzard Wolfang. Speaking of which, here he is, right here. Yeah, tempting as it is. And there is a specific reason, by the way, speaking of the Ensui-Zen glitch, that I'm doing Blizzard Wolfang stage before the next stage that we're doing, because we will show the Ensui-Zen glitch in the next one. Also, I apologize for totally cheesing the shit out of Rainy Turtle Head and using the Z-Buster more than 3 times. We will not use it in this fight to compensate. Blizzard Wolfang, nice to see you.
Zero, I heard that you've returned.
I won't die so easily.
Don't think badly of me, Zero. I won't disobey Gate. I must pay for my past sins. Besides, I have a new mission. You know what I mean. Let's fight!
I have no choice. You will lose! Okay. Let's take care of Blizzard Wolfang. I'd like to say it's that easy, but apparently I'm having trouble with the it's that easy part, so. Of course, he goes a little more crazy once he gets down below half health, but yeah. Ouch. I didn't do that right. That's okay. We'll get it now. The sprite looks super clean, though. Really reminds you of Boss in 04. Yeah, they did a good job with some of the sprite work in this game. Not all of it, but this one in particular, it's like they had a split team or something with this, and they had like the people from X5 doing some of the sprites, and then they had like the B team doing the other sprites, and this is good. I like his sprite. It's well done. Some of the other ones, though, I could do without. Whoa! Didn't realize he was going to come down on top of me like that. I guess I should have, but, you know. I don't know why I'm messing around. I've got the damage barrier, so I can totally avoid this stuff. I forget if he's harder in X Challenge because in X Challenge you can't jump on the walls, or... I'll be honest, I didn't do much with the X Challenge. It's been a while, so... Okay, now we get a little more tricky. I don't think he's as difficult, though, because he's level 1. So when he does that dash across the top normally, it normally creates ice spikes that then fall on you. So he's a little more difficult below half HP. But the problem, of course, is by the time you get him below half HP, he's practically dead. So, he needed more HP, I think. This is one of those cases where I'd be okay with him having a longer HP bar. Because then it would make the fight actually remotely challenging. But, no. This guy's so much worse than the X challenge. It's just because he's not alone, so he's a lot harder to dodge. That is a good point, yeah. Yeah, X challenge that you have to fight 2 enemies at a time, so 2 bosses at a time, so it makes it a little trickier to dodge all of his stuff. And, like we've seen when he was below half HP, he gets very quick when he gets below half HP, so it's, yeah, gets a little crazy. For defeating him, we get the Ice Burst. I haven't really been mentioning the weapons that much yet, but that's for X. And then the Hyroga, or Hyoroga, I don't really know how to pronounce that for Zero, which basically makes him do the same thing that the foot part of the Shadow Armor does for X. It lets you jump on the ceiling and then dash or shoot things. So,
Considering the spoiler alert later on, you need that skill regardless of whether you're playing X or Zero to clear one particular stage.
well, you do need it, Cole, if you don't get the jumper part. But we're going to be getting the jumper part, so we won't need it that badly. You can go there from... You can get through the stage that Cole was referring to in the background there without the jumper part, but I'll be getting the jumper part, so we won't even have to worry about it. We got the Shot Eraser out of that, which is... I never really find that much of a use for it, honestly. I think it's good, it's just... Well, by the time I need it, well, you'll see how I'm going to handle this later. Who's with them? That's a good question. Expel Sword, do you know who's with them? Because I'm drawing a blank here. Anyway, Blizzard Wolfang, an ex-leader investigator of the North Pole area. One day, his team members were attacked by Mavericks. Although Wolfang was able to defeat the Mavericks, his team members were annihilated. I wonder if Frost Walrus had anything to do with that. Researchers who opposed Gate schemed to dispose of Wolfang and took advantage of the incident. They made it look like an accident. Wolfang was thrown into the cold sea. I did it, but I was deceived into doing it. Oh, so you led the investigators to do that then, Aelia. Well, don't blame yourself for it. I mean, you were going on the information we had. At the time, it seemed like the right thing to do, but, well, you know, hindsight's 20/20. Madrex is the one that immediately comes to mind. I think there's another one. Madrex would make sense, Fire and Ice and all that. That would be tricky, though, because Madrex is also hard to dodge, especially with the Flame Pillars. So if you get, like, Ice Spikes from Wolfang and Flame Pillars from Madrex, you probably just melt. Because I don't think there's anywhere on the stage that you can dodge that shit. Oh, man. And Madrex is faster than he looks like he is, too, so... Okay, so... one part still. We need... Which one do we need? I think Damage Barrier is a pretty good one, actually, for this next section, so... But there is a very particular reason why I did Blizzard Wolfang there, and it's because I want to take advantage of the Nightmare Effect in this stage in particular, and the Ensuizan glitch that Expel Sword was talking about, we will be using in one section to make that section a lot easier. If I can get it right. Sometimes I'm not very good at doing the Ensuizan glitch, but this makes it a lot easier because of the Nightmare Effect. So, let's go into a stage with somebody who was... English is really showing here. Metal Shark Player.
Oh no.
Probably supposed to be Metal Shark Prayer, but you could have just used something else, guys, like Metal Shark Cleric. And make the C in the beginning of Cleric a K. Like, that's badass. The rest, not so much. So Metal Shark Player's stage is... I don't know if it's infamous. It's actually legitimately challenging because there's a Crusher in this section, and the Crusher one-hit kills you. Now, there are ways to avoid that. In this first section in particular, you can just leave the Ride Armor right here, and now the Crusher can never kill you. But it gets harder, trust me. It gets harder as we go. I will use that here because this first section is very easy, so... I'm not cheesing it that much by doing this. Apparently I'm having enough trouble with basic platforming anyway, so... I think there's a nightmare over here. Maybe he's dead. Oh no, I'm thinking of this part. Yep, there's a nightmare. Okay, and for each section that you get through, you get a checkpoint. But that doesn't really amount to much because this next section is... yikes. Madrex memory's a mess, but that's the fire dinosaur from X5. Yes, yeah, Burn Dino Rex is the actual Romanized name for Madrex, yeah. You guys had a different translation than we did, Rockin' Fun. We got the Guns N' Roses translation, whereas I think you guys in Europe got the actual legit translation. I think. I'd have to, again, check my sources, but maybe. Yeah, damn right it gets harder. It definitely does, and that starts right now, because this section is a bastard, really. I want to try to keep the nightmares as far off the screen as I can, basically, because it resets their AI if you keep them off the screen, and it makes them not go after those Mavericks, so... I want to basically bring them to me. I don't want to try to get ahead of myself too much, because if I get ahead of myself, well, bad things will happen. So, and usually what ends up happening when bad things happen is they take over Reploids that you need to rescue, like this one. So by keeping them off screen for as long as I can, it will make it easier for me to rescue them, so... Whew, can't believe I got through there. Usually I die right there because the crusher comes down, and as soon as it touches your body, if you're standing on that section there, if it crushes your, what is it, his left foot in this case, if it hits your left foot, you die, so you gotta be real careful. You had the Nightmare Effect of Wolfang during your first playthrough. I'll bet it made this place a mess, Rockin' Fun. Because I gotta tell you, without the Ensuizan glitch, Wolfang's Nightmare Effect here is just obscene. So... I'm going to make malicious use of Wolfang's Nightmare Effect to use the Ensuizan glitch a little easier, but, yeah. Well, there's the Hyroga, by the way. That's the jump there. Sometimes my analog stick, since I use an analog stick instead of a D-pad to save my thumbs, sometimes I'll accidentally Hyroga when I don't mean to. Thankfully, you can just get down by tapping the X button again, so it doesn't really screw us up too badly. During the whole stage, you were basically like, "Hello, Pain, my name is Face." There's something on your face. It was pain. Yeah, I had a different translation here. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's what I figured. Can I draw this guy out here, or is he just going to be an asshole? He's just going to be an asshole, I think. I could always Commander Yamark him, but... Oh god, get me out of there. I'll take that hit. That's fine. Compared to the death, yeah, I'll take that hit. Come here, you. Okay. I don't think there's a dude over here that can get this guy. Oh god, get out of there, Zero. There we go. You can get that guy, though, so you want to get him off the screen if you can. This part is... this part's something else, man. You gotta do this part very quickly or else you don't get it right. Oh god, go, 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 go. Out of here. Alright, that's fine. We got him. That's cool. That's all I needed. Come here, you. I think that guy stays up there and shoots beams at you instead of actually coming down here, so... Yeah, you see how the Nightmare Ball is getting smaller and smaller there? If you let it get too small, he'll actually respawn, which is just not good for us, so... Alright, you come to me. I'm not going to you. I think this section is... I think we're about 2/3 through this section, if I remember right. We'll see in a minute. Yeah, this part's a little bit of a bastard, too, because you gotta jump down there. And if you don't jump just right there, you'll either get hit or you'll die. Sounds like the standard fare here in X6. I'm gonna wait. That was a little too crazy for my... Oh, God. Sometimes the Hyroga really messes with my head. I have the same problem with the Sensuizan, which you can get later in the game, but I'm not getting that until after it would actually screw me over, so... Some sections that you'll be doing this Crusher, you'll actually have to duck in order to stay out of the one-hit kill section with the Crusher. Thankfully, that doesn't have to happen here yet, but it will happen, so just so you know, I will let you know when those sections are by ducking, so... I think I can get through this part without killing this guy? I forget. Oh god, go! Okay, good. And if you want an extra challenge, you can go over here and try to get through this section, too. I personally can't get through this particular section without the Hyper Dash, though. I think you can do it if you're, like, frame perfect and you don't have the Hyper Dash, but I'll be damned if I could. You do get a really good part at the end of this section, though, if you're playing just a standard Zero, so Yeah, but we won't worry about that. It's not really that critical. This part leads to the next section of the stage. Here's the hardest part. Right here, because you get no checkpoints in this section until you beat the entire Crusher section and get to the mini-boss. Because you're on a conveyor belt that keeps moving. And that's why it's tough. I was thinking about it, and during my test playthrough, I used save states to get through this part a little easier, but I don't want to be a little bitch, so I'm gonna not use save states. If it takes us a little while, whatever, no big deal. You can put it on my epitaph, Cole, yes, if you want. Okay, you can stand here. I think I can... Nope, that goes right over your head. Okay, well, that'll do. Don't know why they did, though. The original translation was definitely more entertaining. Yeah, I don't know why they did it either, Rockin' Fun. It doesn't make much sense to me. Alright, this particular platform right here is going to be important for the Ensuizan glitch there, because basically, if you fall off a platform while using the Ensuizan, you become invincible to spikes and everything that isn't the Crusher for the rest of the stage, even enemies. So I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to do it right here. Basically, you have to slide towards the edge of the platform, use Ensuizan right at the edge, and fall off before the Crusher kills you. I might be able to do it. We'll see. I think I got it. I'm going to find out right now because an enemy's going to walk up on me, and I'm going to be able to tell you. Let's see. Yep, I got it. So I am now invincible to everything that isn't a crush. I'm even invincible to spikes, which means I can jump into those with no problems and even stand on this. So, yeah, that makes this next section a lot easier, and it's total bullshit, but it's just so much simpler that I have to do it. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to wait here because this guy's going to respawn and I'm not going to get his Nightmare Soul, so... There we go. Got him. You can even jump on this, too. Well, you can't jump on it because it's not an actual wall, but now you don't have to worry about, you know, hitting it with your head or anything like that while you're waiting for the conveyor belt to go. I forget if this next section is tricky. I think this is the first part where you have to duck. I'm not 100% sure, though. Yeah, because I don't know how you'd make it up there, though. I forget how to do this part, actually. Well, we're going to find out in a moment. Thankfully, I'm immune to enemies, so I can just slide right through him there. I would have gotten hit there otherwise. I probably would have been able to kill him, but yeah. If you get hit while you're ducking, you stand up, and when you stand up, well, you die. So don't do that. Almost messed up there a little bit. Okay. Now, is there enough room for me to duck that? I'm not keen. I'm not keen on it. There's not enough room here to duck, though. So let's get through that section. I'm going to do this with the Z-Buster because I think there's some crazy stuff past this. Did I miss an alert or something? I probably missed a few alerts because I've had my notes open the whole time. If anyone has followed, I apologize, I didn't see it. Ah, DP, thank you for following, I appreciate that. That was a while ago, but thank you. I must have missed that part. I didn't hear my alert notification because the game audio and my alert notifications are on the same channel, so it didn't even show up. My apologies, and thank you for following. I appreciate it. Alright, let's go. Ha 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 ha! You thought you could get me. You were wrong. This guy at least is coming over to me. Now, how about you come up here? I'll take your nightmare. So, oh god. I thought he was dead. Apparently not, though. I think this section right here is the part where I'm just glad. Yeah, this is it right here. I'm glad that I'm immune to spikes right now, because otherwise you'd have to go through this section, slide through that part there, and hang on this wall while the Crusher was there, butting your head up against the top of the thing like this, and then make a very specific jump with an air dash in there in order to make it through this section. And that's really hard, and I'm very not good when it comes to that sort of specific timing, so we'd be going back to the beginning of the thing if I did that. Now, this next section, I think there's a Reploid that needs to get rescued, but I have to get in there quick and I have to duck. So, this might be bad, but I'm going to do it. Okay, I got him. Cool. Cool. Are you going to come to me now, or what? No? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to duck anyway, so... If only I had the Giga attack. This would be a lot easier if I did, but Infinity Maginion's hard at this point. Okay, get me out of here. I don't care for that guy's Nightmare Soul. Just get me to the checkpoint, goddammit. Okay. Whew! I am glad that is over, because holy shit. Okay. Now we got a checkpoint now, so this part's not too bad. Should I be using the guard shell here? This is a mini-boss. Maybe I shouldn't. Well, anyway. You have to destroy the purple parts, so... I mean, they die quick enough anyway, even if you don't have the guard shell, so I'm just gonna chalk this up to being fine. Just don't hit the spikes, obviously. Spikes are bad. Where's it gonna come down at? Let's see. Come on, bring it down. Ow. Ah, there we go. Nice. Get out of here. There we go. Cool. Thought I was gonna get hit by the spikes there. Wouldn't have mattered that much, but you know. Really don't like the ducking in Mega Man. It just feels super awkward to you. Well, you're familiar with the Mega Man Zero way of doing it. Dashing reduces your vertical hitbox. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, honestly, Rockin' Fun. It just... I mean, I think it would be a good addition if it wasn't so awkward to pull off, and if you didn't immediately jolt up into like a T-pose, basically, as soon as you got hit while ducking. Like, there should be a ducking hit animation, you know what I mean? Because it just... otherwise it just makes things difficult. But anyway, we made it through the stage. Somehow. Let's go fight Metal Shark Cleric. I'm calling him Metal Shark Cleric. I don't care if his name is Metal Shark Player. I do like this fight, though. This is probably one of the better boss fights in the game, along with, like, Blizzard Wolfang at level 4 is pretty good. Infinity Bajillion can be entertaining. It just gets annoying after a while, so... But, you know.
For one very, very specific reason.
What are you doing?
I don't have time for this. What do you want, Metal Shark Cleric?
I want DNA. Excellent DNA! But I don't need your DNA data.
Shut up and fight.
Fine.
He does have DNA data, though. And he will use it against us. I forget if I can get hit by the garbage there or not. I know you can get hit by the garbage here, but, well, it's not a big deal yet. Oh, God. No, I guess you can't. All right. I think you can I did destroy it. Okay, cool. I don't know why I tried to just duck under that. Oh, God. So he's got, like, visions of Wheel Gator to him. He's got a few other things to him. You can see where the inspiration came from for this guy, but he makes it his own, you know what I mean? It's not just Wheel Gator all over again or anything like that. And he has some pretty nifty stuff that he'll do in Phase 2 if I get to that point. How many stages do I have to do after this? Just one, it looks like. And then we're done for today. I think. Yeah, that'll get me to high max. So. Yeah, what do you think I'm doing? Yeah, I sort of did make him sound similar to Colonel, didn't I? Whoops. I need to just take my hits and not get, like, greedy with them, basically. Yep. See, sometimes it's hard because you can't tell when he's going to just jump and then duck, or duck and then jump. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes he goes high, sometimes he goes low, sometimes he stays in place, sometimes he doesn't. It's tricky, but I like it. It's not too bad. I don't know if you can destroy them when they're on the ground, though. I don't know if I can destroy this one at all now. Okay, here's the interesting part. He'll summon bosses from previous Mega Man X games. So here's Sting Chameleon from X1. Here he is again. He can also summon Magna Centipede. Oh my god. Magna Centipede and Blast Hornet, I think? If I remember right. All very interesting. I like that he does that, because it makes this more interesting. Yeah, there's Blast Hornet. You can, however, destroy his Hornets, so that makes it a little easier to, you know, fight him. I think Magna Centipede does that pull-in thing that he does in X2, but I don't think it does the same thing it does in X2, where it debilitates you. That would be cool, though, if it did. But we got him. Glad I had as much life energy as I did, because that otherwise would have been pretty difficult. The Reploid, by the way, that we got that I said was really hard to get because I had to slide across and then duck, and I almost would have bit it there. I think he gave you Saber Extend, if I remember right. So totally useless. Don't even worry about it, especially if you're playing as X. Even as Zero, it's really not that great, so don't even worry about it if you don't get it. It's one of those that I'm okay with not getting, you know what I mean? So yeah, the dubs never do get old. They did something like this in 02. Did they? Really? Yeah, see, I haven't played 02. I'll have to keep my eyes out when we do play that then. So for defeating Metal Shark Cleric, I almost said Metal Shark Player there, X gets the Metal Anchor, which is a pretty good weapon for him. It's decent against at least one boss. I think I've used it against exactly one boss, honestly. And we get the Rakakojin for 0, which is actually a pretty good attacking option for him in midair there, because it gives him a big, like, cloud-looking Buster Sword thing when he dives down into the ground, almost like a Hiri Suzan from X4. And it also spawns a Metal Anchor when he hits the ground with it. We'll be using that in the next stage to help us get rid of one of the nightmare effects. But it's pretty good. So we got Energy Up, Life Up, and Saber Extend. And I'll take the Life Up, that's the important one. The Energy Up is okay, not great, and the Saber Extend is, well, I don't use it, so. Metal Shark Player, an ex-investigator of Recycle Team. He studied recycling in order to create a new Reploid from parts of disposed Mavericks. His most important work was to analyze and control DNA data of the Mavericks, probably to transfer their life energy from programming on a computer back into the thing that he recycled. So sort of like resurrecting dinosaurs, basically, as the analogy I could give. His analysis ability was so great that he succeeded in resurrecting dead Mavericks. Since DNA resurrection is explicitly prohibited, the law instantly dealt with him. Gate was also interested in DNA resurrection, so he encouraged him to collect the DNA data instead of stopping him. Metal Shark would have continued if Gate had stopped him. Or if we hadn't stopped him as well, Aelia. Let's not forget that part. Okay, we reached SA rank, so I think now we can equip 2 parts, if I remember right. And then GA rank, I think, is the next one, so then we'll be able to equip 2 parts in a limited part. The ranks after that get really hard to get to because there's a big gap from 1,500 Nightmare Souls to 5,000, where you're the same rank all the way through that. We will probably get past 5,000 souls since I'm doubling down on explicitly and only 0 for this playthrough. So in that case, we'll be able to equip 3 parts in a limited part. But you probably won't get to that point on a normal playthrough. So, okay, we can equip 2 parts. Cool. None of Zero's explicit parts, like exclusive ones, are any good right now. Saber Extend or Shadow Racer, they're not really great. And Weapon Recover is also not good, and it's a limited part, so I can't even equip it. So let's equip Super Recover and Damage Barrier. And those will have to do for now. Where to next? Let's see. What do my notes say? Okay. Here's another stage that a lot of people don't like that I'm also going to... Well, I'm not going to maliciously use the Nightmare Effect for it, but you can use the Nightmare Effect to get to the alternate area of this stage, which I'm going to use to get to the alternate area because there's a boss at the end of it that I want to fight, and it will be the last thing that I do on today's stream. And then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll keep going. So, we're going to go to the Magma area, and we're going to take care of this. Maverick has a grab that summons a special boss from the X series, like Vile, one from 2 with Saber, and Bite from 3, if you remember correctly, and Mega Man 04. Final boss face summons all the freaking bosses from 03. I wonder if they also summon Blaze Heatniks. Probably not.
So,
sorry, I almost forgot to say that part.
Return I was talking about.
Yeah, Cole's right, this is the point of no return, the Nexus singularity of music, because here comes the headbang. Try not to get a neck ache from headbanging here. The hard part about this section, it comes not in the difficulty from the stage, it comes more in the tedium of fighting the Ouroboros mini-boss that we have here, because you have to fight it 5 separate times. I will fight it legit this first time. Maybe I should have equipped Shadow Racer so I could get rid of those. Can I get rid of those normally right now? I'm going to find out. Yes, I can. Okay, so I didn't actually need it. Oh god, nice. Well, the Hyroga might have helped there.
You have to fight the boss not once, not twice, 4.
Yep, 5 freaking times you gotta fight this boss. It's nuts. I'm gonna fight him legit the first time, and after that I'm just gonna cheese him with the guard shell, so just so you know. Sort of like how I normally do it with bosses in the X series, where if they have a refight in the Sigma stages, I use their weakness. Well, his weakness isn't the guard shell, but then again, everything's weakness is the guard shell, so... might not even be able to get through him fighting him legit this first time, actually, now that I think about it, because he might kill me. Yeah, he's gonna kill me. That's okay. We are getting into the Ultra Dope music territory, yeah. I could have just come in with Ray Arrow, that's true, because if I did, I'd have the Giga attack, and you can kill this guy in like 2 hits with the Giga attack, but Well, gotta make it challenging somehow. I am playing on extreme difficulty. Let me not just totally cheese everything in this game, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's not ruin the difficulty of extreme mode for all of this. I'm gonna use the damage barrier to get through him like that. There we go. We'll make it a little easier. So I'll, like, take a hit. I don't know how long that's gonna work for, but okay. Okay, cool. Almost dead. I'll take that hit, and there you go. We got rid of him. And you get a checkpoint every time you beat him, so that really helps out. Now, those metal bricks that are down there would not be here if we didn't go to Metal Shark Cleric stage first, but the thing about them is that, I mean, they crush you. I don't think they kill you in one hit. I think they deal like a third of your HP in damage or something, but you can destroy them with the metal sword thing. The, what's that called again? Rakakojin. There you go. Sorry, my Japanese is not so good. Yeah, that's why it's not so good, Cole, because I don't know Japanese, period. Ideally, what you want to do in this section, because the fire that comes out of the stuff here, it kills you in 3 hits. It's really, really, really strong fire. So ideally what you want to do here to get through this section without totally biting it from hitting too many fires, because you have to be almost perfect to get through the section without hitting too many fires, take a hit from something other than the fire, like that, and then get through the section. It's way easier than trying to wait out the fires, basically. Because look at how much damage that does versus a fire. Like, fire does so much more damage to me. Like, if I took a hit from this fire, I'd be at half health right now. So, we're just going to try our hardest not to do that. Okay, I gotta wait a minute because of that fire. And go, whoa! Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, see, there's a hit from the fire, and it dealt a lot of damage to me. So... yeah, we don't have sub-tanks yet either. That's the only weakness of the boss order that I picked for this one, is that I don't have sub-tanks to rely on, or life recover for that matter. So it's pretty much me and my own 2 feet here, pretty much, and that's it, so. And I might not be able to make it through this section, because the end of it is right over there at the other end of this wall, but I might not have enough HP to survive an energy shot from this guy. Let's find out. I do, okay. Oh, nope, I was wrong. That's not the end of the section. Oh, God. I should have left him alive, because this section's going to be... ah. Okay, okay, okay. Hang on. We're going to be okay. We're not going to be okay. We're not going to be okay! Okay. Oh, I almost... why did I jump right there? Ah. That was the end right there. If I would have just dropped down instead of trying to get that guy, I would have gotten a checkpoint, but it's okay. I think that guy gives Ultimate Buster, if I remember right, so he's not critical for you to get with 0, but, eh. Oh, I took a hit from the fire. Yeah, this is a death right here, so I'm just gonna stand and fire real quick. So we weren't getting through that section. If you take a hit from the fire, you're pretty much screwed, so... don't do that. Try your best to avoid getting hit by the fire. Get hit by anything other than the fire, and you'll be fine in this section. But if you get hit by the fire on extreme difficulty, well, sorry. You're starting over most likely. I don't know if it matters, though, if it was on extreme difficulty or not. The fire might do that much damage on normal difficulty as well. I forget. It's been such a long time since I've played this game on normal difficulty. Goes to show something about me, doesn't it? I think I can break this just by doing this over and over. Because it takes 4 hits from the metal anchor to destroy those, so... well, I guess I could do... oh, God. Could have just jumped over it, but, you know. Did you feel the butt clench there, Cole? From across the room, he says. Okay. Next. Ow. Alright, let's take an energy shot, and then just kill this guy. Okay. Calm down. I'll take a hit from this guy and then slide past these fires, so... there we go. Now we're good. Can I get rid of it down there? Maybe. Well, it took 3 hits there. I think it's gone. Oh, nope, never mind. There we go, now it's gone. Ugh. Scratch my face with it. Okay, I'll take a hit there, that's fine, because I'm about to get this guy, so... And checkpoint. Red Donut mini-boss again. I'm gonna get hit here, I think. Maybe if I used the Hyroga, I wouldn't have gotten hit, but... Oh well. Alright, guard shell time. Yeah, as you can see, a lot easier. I'm gonna die here again, but it's okay because I haven't... Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, no, he only gave me crap for health. If he gave me a little more health, I would have been fine, but you get a checkpoint right here. And I mean it when I say right here, so... Thankfully, you don't have to do that whole section perfect and then fight Red Donut mini-boss without, taking too many hits. You could probably still do it, but... God, it would be so much more gross than it already is, so... I shouldn't jump there. Whoa! Excuse me, Hyroga. That's the attack animation, by the way, during Hyroga. In case you were wondering. I might be able to use it here to do some extra damage, actually. Like if I go like that and go like that. Well, if he had a corner part left, I would be able to, but... Damn it, now I'm just getting impatient. Cole says my body's screaming at me to stop playing this game, so... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Expel Sword. I'm kind of kicking myself, because Shadow Racer would have been pretty good for this section, but oh well. It's fine, we got another checkpoint right here, so no big deal. Now, as Zero, you don't need to use the Nightmare Effect to get to the alternate pathway, but you can, because... There you go, surprise brick. I think you can just do it by... No, I guess you can't. You do have to use the brick to get there, even with the double jump, unless you have the jumper. I think if you have the jumper, you can get there. Instead of going up there this time, though, I'm going to try to go in this room and grab the Maverick, or the Reploid here, because if I can grab the Reploid here, things will be a little bit easier, because then I don't have to come back up here to get it. I mean, if I don't get it this time, I'll just get it on full health in a second, but yeah, you gotta... Oh, God. I can't believe I just lived that. Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. That's all I needed right there. I'll collect these Nightmare Souls up, and then I'll die to this boss, or mini-boss, and then, well, we'll go back down. Because then we'll go on the alternate pathway. So this is the one and only section where Shadow Racer would have been nice. Oh, well. You live and learn. Come on down, Brick. You're the next contestant on Help Me Reach a Platform. Nope. Gotcha. Now, you don't need the guard shell to get rid of the nightmare viruses, but they have enough HP where they just barely don't die from a single Saber Slash, so... I think with Saber Plus you can kill them in one hit, but I'm not 100% sure about that. There are a lot of Reploids to rescue up here, though, so it's kind of nice to come up here and get all these. And there's another part for us up here from Dr. Light, so that's cool. Zero, please give this armor program to X. Collect 4 programs to complete the armor. Now I'll give X an arm program of the Shadow Armor. This program will enable X to fire in 3 directions simultaneously, and use a striking charged saber. Go and defeat the evil of this world. Thanks, Dr. Light. I probably won't use it, but I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. Maybe one day I'll come back and play this game with X on extreme mode, but that day is not today. Sorry. It's just not my scene right now. Oh, God. Nope, don't think so. I don't even know that I need to get rid of these things, but I'm going to get rid of at least one to make it a little easier. Done drawing for now, Cole? Yeah. I will try, but I don't think there's much fun to be had here. That is true. I am a masochist, so I will figure something out. Okay, so we got a bunch of Reploids there. We killed a bunch of Nightmares. I don't need to kill these things. Now we get to go to the debug section. Or what I like to refer to as the debug section, because there's literally nothing here. It's like, this must be like the corridor that they were going to use to introduce you to the fire things. And then they were like, you know what, fuck it, let's just throw them into the hardest fire section we could at the very beginning of the stage. Makes no sense, but whatever. We'll deal with it. But yeah, as you can see, this area is very... There ain't much here. There's fire and open areas and not much else. It's sort of like the reverse of the first fire section that we went through in the stage, except it's a lot more lenient, which is, you know, always nice. It's nice to get a reprieve and have the stage actually take it easy on you occasionally in X6, because it usually doesn't pull its punches. There's our first E-tank, thank God. Now I can start filling that up to make things a lot easier. And now comes the hard part, because this boss, I still have trouble with this boss. Even having as much HP as I do, I'm still going to have some trouble with this boss. So this might take a few minutes. I apologize if it does, but I might be able to do this. We'll see. I don't think it's going to take as long as Sigma did on Extreme Mode in X5, though. That took 45 minutes. This, well, it might be bad, it might not be. Here comes a new challenge. Nuisance. I don't think you're helpful. Leave. Hey, that's my line. But you can't say it because you're very robotic there, dude. So this is High Max. We're gonna fight him now. He's still immune to the Z-Saber and, you know, everything else, but he's not immune to the charge shots that you get from the guard shell if you shoot him with them. I personally prefer using the Ensuizan, though, because I feel like I can dodge him better doing that, so I don't think I'll use the guard shell for right now. I think we'll just try to dodge him. You have to be almost perfect in the first section of the fight, because once he gets down to a quarter of his HP, he'll, I think, in this version of the fight, it might be only in the next time you fight him later in the game, but he'll start doing some crazy shit that will really mess us up, so... Damn it. Okay. Unfortunately, he stays invincible until he goes all the way up there, so that's a little bit of a pain. Probably could have gotten him right there, but... Would you call me? I still don't know what he says there. I think it's just like a grunt of pain, but it totally sounds like something completely different that's very vulgar. But whatever. I'm getting too greedy. I needed to fill up my, what's it called? I need to fill up my E-tank before I get that kind of greedy. Yeah, he does some insane damage. Yes, that is true. Still not doing as much as touching the Shadow Devil in X5. That is also true. Yeah, the Shadow Devil deals obscene amounts of damage. So does Sigma in X5. That he deals obscene damage if you touch him too. So. Yeah, X did get some interesting armors in this game. The blade armor is pretty cool. I like it, even though it kind of gets outshadowed, for me personally, by the shadow armor. I like the shadow armor a little better. You know, I'm not high enough. Oop. I need to get higher. I need to stay near the walls. You stay near the walls in case he does his that. So I can just do that. Oop. So basically what it is you have to hit him with a special weapon to give him an invulnerability period. When you hit him with a special weapon, it will, anything you hit him with after that point will deal damage to him. So if you're X, just use any one of the special weapons that you've gotten, and you'll be able to do stuff to him. But with Zero, the Ensuizan usually works because not only does it put him in that invulnerability, or that period of vulnerability, I should say, it also hits him afterwards because there's so many hits on it. So it's my preferred method. Maybe I should just wait for him to start rising again before he does that, so he turns to face a different section. Yeah, the PTSD. Yeah. I don't know, I think in the X5 playthrough, though, I did a pretty good job against the Shadow Devil. Whoops. Touched his foot with my face. I shouldn't have done that. We're almost neck and neck at this point. He's completely invincible when he has this barrier up, so don't even try to damage him. But then, you can do that when he comes back down, so... I think we did pretty well against the Shadow Devil, though, in my X5 playthrough, but I think it was also because I doubled down on X's everything in X5, so he had, like, obnoxious amounts of... X, that is, had obnoxious amounts of HP by comparison to what you'd normally have, and what I normally had at that point. Did I destroy him? Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Okay, he's starting the craziness now. If you have enough HP, you can tank that out, but I usually have such a hard time tanking that out, man. It sucks. So you gotta be almost perfect to get to that section and then just tank it out with the Ensuizan. So I'm gonna try. Maybe I can dodge that big ball of energy, though. Like, if I stand under it and then I move, maybe I'll be able to dodge it. I'll have to try that. Like, hit him with the Ensuizan, then dodge the big ball, then hit him with the Ensuizan again. Maybe. We're gonna test. I've never tried doing that, except for in the second. Like, in the second fight with him, I have tried doing that, but it's not easy. There is no legit cheese method, unfortunately, for high max. You have to do it exactly correct, or else you just bite it, which is no good. Definitely don't want to use Ensuizan there, since when he starts doing that, he's always vulnerable to the regular slash. Oh, okay, so he's vulnerable to regular slashes there. See, I didn't know that part. I'll have to keep that in mind. Thank you for elucidating that, because I would not have known that otherwise. There we go. Okay, so stop using Ensuizan there, start using regular slashes, and maybe Guard Shell just for good measure. So that's what we'll do. We'll switch to Guard Shell at the end of the fight, when he starts getting stupid. Mudada this. The only trouble I really have with High Max as a boss is that... Oh my god, I got hit twice there. What the hell? Is that he's kind of... I don't know, man. It's a slow fight, I feel like, because you're waiting a lot in the fight, which is never a good thing for me. I mean, I like having to keep moving and having to dodge a bunch of stuff, as long as I know what the hell I'm doing and I'm capable of doing it without, like, being insane at the game. This is a death. Yep. I lapsed there totally because I was talking. Oh well. Unfortunately, if you get hit once, you basically dive off a very slippery cliff and will struggle to recover. Yeah, that's the problem, is that you can get through most of the boss fight, but because it's so long from having to wait so long, your brain just sort of relaxes after a certain point, and then if you get hit, when you relax at that certain point, it's hard. It's hard to recover, just like you said. So we gotta not have a brain lapse here. That's the major thing. Oh, he's over here. I used to be able to do that where I wouldn't get hit when he does that, but sometimes it's... You have to, like, dash and then cancel, basically, out of the dash in mid-flight, which is sometimes hard. I think I could have just hit him with a regular Saber Slash there, though, since he was in his period of vulnerability. But, oh well. It's fine. We'll be good! Oh, God. So, like, if I hit him and then he only goes into his vulnerability period instead of actually just, you know. Okay, what the hell, game? Come on now. I have deep damage barrier. That shouldn't be happening. Oh, well. We'll make it. Oh, God. We'll make it. Yeah, this is probably one of the hardest fights in the game, if I'm being honest. Just because, again, it's just because of the waiting. Because the waiting makes you feel lax, and when you feel lax in this game, well, the game punishes you for... Oh, God. Stop it! You're damaging me twice in the midst of my damage barrier! Okay, I think we're almost to the end section here. Yep, okay. So, I don't think this works on him like it does on other bosses, though. Oh, God. Yeah, that was not going to go well because I hit it while the energy ball was there, and when you hit it while the energy ball's there, it causes problems. We'll just say that. Oh, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, and Suizan cancels my invincibility. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good point. Maybe if I use the Yamar option, I'd be safer. I'm gonna try that, actually. I've never tried that against him, so we're gonna try that now. Whoops. Well, when I can actually use it. Up in R1, right? Yep, there we go. That's how I have it set, anyway. If I do this, is that gonna... Yeah, it does get rid of my UMR options. Okay. Oop, I'm pressing triangle. I'm not used to using the UMR option, my bad. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, completely invincible at this part here. Oh, okay. Maybe it's because he did that again. I don't know. Maybe MR option doesn't work against him. That sucks. Yeah, I guess it doesn't work against him. Well, you learn something new every day. I'm just gonna let him kill me, because that's what this attempt... Actually, I might be able to duck that, now that I look at it. Instead of trying to jump over it, maybe I should just duck it. I like these sorts of fights, because I start learning mechanics that I didn't know before this, you know what I mean? So, even though they're tough, it lets me learn the game better, which is always a good thing. I mean, this gives me shades of all of my Souls playthroughs that I've done so far, as well, so... And as we all know, when it comes to Souls games, I'm the font of patience, so... Yeah, I definitely did get canceled frames there. So... I didn't duck under it like I said I was gonna. I will. Where are you gonna go? Up there? Okay. Okay, so if I get hit there, I'll just wait for the end of the electric balls. Yeah, you can just duck under that. I never even tried that. Huh. Well, there's your other pro tip for Hymax. I'm learning. I'm definitely learning. We'll get there. It just might take a minute, that's all. Ugh. Okay. Yeah. I did that thing again where I didn't wait to the end of the thing to let my damage barrier do stuff. Uh-oh. About that. You just hide under your nose there. Never saw me coming. Okay, there we go. I'm just not used to waiting, I think that's what it is. I'm just glad he doesn't fall towards me there, or else that would have been a lot harder to do. Yeah, if I would have moved a little more, I might have been okay. Alright, so we'll just switch to normal saber slashes there. I don't think the guard shell affects those lightning balls, so, you know. And by the way, this is probably going to be the end of the major amounts of difficulty that we have in this game, because following this in the game, you have enough life energy, usually, and enough Nightmare Souls to give yourself parts, where it's really hard to, like, die a lot after this. So, if you're looking for more difficulty, I apologize. This is probably where most of the difficulty in the game is going to end, other than, like, the bullshit parts of the difficulty where there's just 7 million enemies being thrown at you at the same time. There we go. It's going to probably come over here, so, yep. Oh, now is not the time, foot. Do not itch right now. I could pause, but, you know. Oop. Ha! Gotcha. Oh, apparently you can hit him just at a certain point in his frames there. That's interesting. Right there. Didn't know that part either. Alright, we're okay. So far. Okay, I see. So the part of the animation where I could have hit him there is like just as his invincibility is ending, so it doesn't work. It doesn't work if I try to do that over and over in a row, unless I'm like frame perfect, maybe. Oh god. I can't believe he didn't hit me. Okay, he did hit me, but I was gonna say, I can't believe he didn't hit me there. Whew. Scraped that lightning ball by the skin of my teeth, man. Okay, he's almost to that phase now, so... He might be there right now, actually, so we might have enough health to tank this out. Let's see. Okay, he's not quite there yet. That's fine. So we'll hit him right here. Now he's at the phase. And actually, I think I got lucky because I think he can get to the phase earlier in his health than this, but oh god. Get him! There we go. Phew! That lightning ball that was on the bottom right there spawned at the wrong spot, like the most inconvenient spot there. Because that was where I wanted to hit him. But we got him! Nice. Mission accomplished, Max. You've been retired. Man, he's not looking so good. What makes you laugh? What's so funny, old man?
I can't help it! X was no match for High Max, but you... I can't stop laughing!
Are you out of your mind? I just destroyed one of your own. What's so funny? Anyway, you're the last one. I'll crush you now!
Did you say something, boy?
What? I can't move!
Zero, I know you inside out. Since I found out you're alive, I can capture you at any time. But first, I must bring High Max back.
Wait! You're escaping? Darn! My body!
What can you do as you are now? I won't escape. I'll see you soon. I promise.
Are you alright? Zero! We'll send a rescue team immediately. Hey good, X finally gets to do something. High Max won't be a threat for a while. So you come back to the Hunter base at once.
It's some kind of force field. It seems to take time to release it. Can you move if it isn't released?
I hate to admit it, but I can't.
The force field. It seems to have a timing device.
That's awfully convenient, Isaac. It's almost as if you know Zero on a more personal level than most Mavericks do. Now, a lot of people on the internet say that that's because Isaac is Dr. Wily reincarnated, and I'm not against that theory, but I personally believe that the reason why he knows him inside and out like that is because Isaac rebuilt Zero. Like, you know how X got rebuilt at the end of X5 by Dr. Light's spirit? I think Isaac found Zero's body and rebuilt him, and that's why he knows him inside and out. He could still be Dr. Wily, and that would be how he knows how to rebuild him, but I think he actually knows him on a personal level because he's worked on him before. So that's my personal theory. It may have no weight to it whatsoever, but I don't think Capcom ever elaborated on it, so that's what I took out of it. So nice fight. Thanks, Rockin' Fun. I appreciate that. No, you inside and out. I've seen it all. Shut down the stream. It's over, man. It's over. Yeah. Might have been a little bit of sexual content there, unfortunately. Anyway, it might be released in due course. But it's strange. Why did he try so hard to trap Zero? What was his intention? I think I know. Again, I don't think Capcom ever elaborates on that, because Isaac never appears after this game, and I'm pretty sure you don't see him again. Again, I'd have to... I'm not sure about that. I'd have to look. But anyway. Did we get to GA this time? I don't remember. We might have gotten a GA this time, which means we can equip limited parts now. But we got a lot of Maverick, or Reploids out of that, so that's pretty cool. We also got the power drive, which I think increases the damage of the Z-Saber. I'm not sure if it only increases the damage of weapons or if it increases the damage of the Z-Saber as well. I have to look that up because I want to use the drive that increases the damage of the Z-Saber in the final boss fight, because you can trash the final boss if you do that, so, you know. But we got life up and energy up out of it too, so that's pretty good. Okay. That takes care of that. Is he responsible for the damage Black Zero deals in this game? It's just crazy, man. I don't know, to be honest with you, Rockin' Fun. Now, I will say this. This Data 2 that I've been hiding over here, this is a playthrough, the first test playthrough that I did with... I did this one with Black Zero. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to use Black Zero in this playthrough. Because, I mean, I don't know. I could, I guess, but I'm not going to use him until I've gotten everything else. Like, I've done all the stages, and the only things left are the gate stages, aka the Sigma stages. I'll get more into that next time, because that's when we'll actually be dealing with something that would have to do with that. But, yeah, for now, just don't worry about it. It's not really a big deal just yet. I do have a save file for it, though, so that just keep that in the back of your heads. Let's go see how many parts I can equip now that we've defeated Hymax. Oh yeah, and also there's this scene, I almost forgot. Splendid, Zero. You defeated my stars. Not all of them, but okay. Do you still hold grudges? Don't you realize what's going on? In the worst case scenario, you might die as well. I know. I think it's a golden opportunity. Thanks to the space colony incident, a lot of low Reploids were lost. Now that I think on it, Gate kind of sounds like Hitler in these cutscenes. It's like he's talking about, like, Aryan supremacy or something, except, like, high-intelligence Reploid supremacy, basically. That's a little crazy. Now I can easily control the Reploids remaining. It's the ideal time to build my world. I won't let anybody interfere. Finally, I can realize my dream. I will build the strongest nation. Your ridiculous obsession is a waste of our time. An ideal world made from a virus. It won't last with a corrupt foundation. Even though you have Maverick Hunters and Reploids, and you still could not maintain peace, right? Well, if everybody thinks the same, maybe then there will be peace. Don't accuse me when you use... Or no, that's not Zero, that's Gate. Don't accuse me when you use Force 2. Stop quarreling. The Earth needs us now. Gate, I believe you should know better. I can't forget. They murdered my works instead of appreciating them. They were such excellent Reploids. Why? This Maverick Hunter can't be analyzed and may carry great risks, but why won't you dispose of him? I'm looking forward to seeing the mysterious hero at my laboratory. So yeah, if you defeat Hymax on an alternate pathway, without defeating all 8 Mavericks, this happens. Gate is behind everything. Stop his evil. We've located his secret laboratory. Let's stop the nightmares now. You can go to Gate's secret lab a little bit early, actually, which is kind of nice. Sometimes you may want to skip through the section so you can go do that. But yeah, we're not going to skip the other stages. We still got to go beat Blaze Heatnix, we got to beat Infinity Maginian, and we got to beat Ground Scaravich. I hate his stage because it's random, but we'll worry about that at a later date. Who are we going after next? Okay, so now that we've gone through the alternate pathways in a few of the stages, we haven't gone through all of them yet. So I'm going to start up next time on the next episode of Mega Man X6 with a few alternate stages before we tackle Infinity Maginian and Blaze Heatnix and Ground Scaravich there. I think if I recall correctly, we're going to do all of the alternate pathways except for Commandia Marks, if I remember right, before we go to Ground Scaravich's stage. I will have to figure that out. I'll look into my notes about it and everything like that. By the way, can we... Yeah, we can equip a limited part now, too. Cool. Let's equip that power drive and hope to God it does what I think it does. And we'll be good to go. Just can't believe how good and well thought out the music in the game is. Yeah, I know, man. The music's so good. It's too good for this game with its crappy story. I don't know. Maybe I'm overshooting. It's too good for this game. That's all I know. Sounds like Hitler reminds you of Joker from Persona 2. The speech is so similar. Then again, Persona 2 has literally Hitler in the game. Yeah, that's true. I really hope the Eternal Punishment English translation comes out sometime while I'm alive, because I really want to play Persona 2, but I can't play Eternal Punishment without the translation, man. Huh. It's a problem. It's a problem that I occasionally revisit. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode of Mega Man X6, the Stream Edition. Come back on the next episode, which will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where we gain unlimited power, essentially. We go through the stages and the alternate pathways, collect up on all of the upgrades that we have not yet gotten, and then just totally destroy all difficulty that this game has altogether. So that's how that's going to go. Isn't there an English patch? Maybe that's what I was referring to. I don't know if the English patch is complete. That's the thing. I think that's what I was referring to, is that there's the English patch might not be fully done yet. I'll look it up, Rockin' Fun. I'll look it up and see if it is done, because if it is done, Persona 2 playthrough! I'm super pumped for that, because I've never played Persona 2, but I've heard only good things. So I'll be looking into that. But yes, so that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I will see all of you on the next one, which will happen, as I said, tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care, and have a good night. You just finished Innocent Sin, so you're really hoping there's a complete patch today? Then you and I are both going to go look that up, Rockin' Fun. If there is a complete patch, I know what you'll be doing in the next few days.